Добрый день всем любителям второго StarCraft. Еще раз добро пожаловать на нечестный StarCraft. 8-й эпизод нашей рубрики. И у нас сегодня особенный гость. Гость, который принимал участие в чемпионате мира этого года в WCS Global Finals. Его зовут Габриэль Сегет. Это HeRoMaRinE. Guten Tag, Herr Gabriel, und herzlich willkommen in der Show Unfair StarCraft.
Yo, hello, nice to be here.
Cool, thank you very much for agreeing to take part in our show. And today you will have to complete a series of tough challenges. Challenges which best of the best players in CIS have already failed. So maybe you'll be the first one to actually complete every task which we already have prepared for you. Just tell us everything you know about Unfair StarCraft or everything you know about CIS scene to start our show.
I mean, I know most of the CIS players because I played against them quite a lot on ladder and stuff.
Okay.
I think I'm a good candidate for this because I like to play fun matches like this, and I think I'm good at them. Like I have good practice in 2 against 1 or fun games in general.
Yeah, that actually sounds cool. And what also sounds cool about you, about your personality, is the fact that you're like a one-club man in StarCraft. Do you know what this thing means in football?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically you have been representing Team mousesports since literally 2011, right?
Yeah, it's a little more than 7 years now.
Yeah, that's been quite a while. So, guys, if you want to play against HeRoMaRinE today in Unfair StarCraft, please join channel Mouts in European Battle.net, which is a clan tag for the mousesports team. You know, Gabriel, it's a super weird thing about Battle.net. I've originally tried to establish a Battle.net channel mousesports for this, but for some super weird reason we are not allowed to join channel mousesports. Do you know why? Try it. It is not possible. Channel Mouts is okay, but channel mousesports, the full name of your team, is not working.
For me, it's working.
Working? Slash join mousesports. I can't do this. You do not have permission to join that channel.
Maybe it is because at the start of Heart of the Swarm, we reserved the name. Because the feature of clan tags was introduced.
Ah, so you think that's an issue? Okay, maybe. So the good news is that Mouse channel is working. So I invite you to join Mouse channel in Europe and to choose one opponent for you for the map Infestation for your first challenge, which will be you alone playing against 2 opponents. That's how it's going to work. Guys, for you on Twitch, please make sure that you also tune in our YouTube stream where Kabi is going to translate everything which is happening right here. Because I'm going to talk to HeRoMaRinE in English for us to understand each other properly. And if you guys want to hear us in Russian, then please join Kabi on YouTube. That's how it's going to work, okay? And if you want to play, then just join channel Mouts. Gabriel, are you able to join this channel too? Just channel Mouts on Europe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just asking you to choose one opponent, any guy which you are, which I don't know, maybe you would like his or her nickname, maybe game race or anything like that. And after you choose one opponent for you, I will choose another, and you will play 1 versus 2. That's how it's going to work. However, I'm not able to see you in the channel for some reason.
No, I'm in there.
There? Okay, cool. So just let me know the nickname of the guy to invite to the first game. Who do you want to play against?
Let me see. I think I want to have a Zerg player.
Okay, you can check the profiles. And guys, I'm going to show you right here what's happening. We can even get rid of the overlay. So this is our channel, and you can see all the people are already here. You know, there is a guy whose nickname is Zerg. It is in Cyrillic. He's the last on channel right now. His nickname is literally Zerg.
Then let's pick him.
Okay, cool. He's a diamond player. Mr. Zerg, we're inviting you right now, and then it's up to me to choose the second player for HeRoMaRinE for this map Infestation. Do you know the map?
Let's see.
You can check it out. So this map is basically closed by ground in the first few minutes because there are rocks which separate your base and the bases of your opponents. So basically the rush possibility is not existent by ground during the first few minutes until some of the rocks are broken.
Okay.
Mr. Zerg, please make sure that you're accepting our invites, because otherwise I'm going to choose another player. We also have some other Zerg players, but for now I'm picking the guy who's playing Terran. That will be also the opponent. Okay, Zerg is probably not able to join us. Guys, one recommendation for all of you. As soon as you can see the lobby hosted, please find the map on Battle.net and try to host the lobby yourself, so you already download the map and then you're able to join us immediately, just as Time did. You can see he was extremely fast. Please think about this opportunity, because otherwise you might be stuck in loading the map, as probably the guy named Zerg was. What is the biggest Battle.net bug which you are often facing and which you hate the most?
Your game crashes if you open the Grandmaster list.
Wow. I think once or twice I faced this. It was like maybe half a year ago. Isn't it fixed? No?
I don't know. Maybe with this patch it's fixed, but
Okay.
that's the most annoying one.
Okay. Anything else? Because for me, it's just this lobby...
Inviting, that too.
Just this lobby bug.
Inviting people takes a lot of time.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so Zerg is here, and also Terran player Time is here. They are both from Diamond, and now these guys are ready to play against HeRoMaRinE in 1 versus 2 format on the map Infestation. We're good to go. We wish you luck, HeRoMaRinE. It's 0-0 currently in our 8th episode of Unfair StarCraft, and we are starting on the map Infestation, which is also bugged, as you can see, because we cannot see the map and we cannot see players loading here. Welcome to Battle.net 2.0. Yeah. What's your plan? Let us know.
I don't know yet. I think I'm gonna try to take out one opponent quickly, and then I pretty much play one-on-one against the other.
That actually sounds good, but there is an issue. Your opponents are situated one near another, so their bases are actually within a one screen distance one from another. You can see this right now. So I feel it might not work as good as probably you would like to, but we'll see how it goes. Have you actually played 2 against 2 in Brood War? Have you played Brood War in general? Gabriel?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Because in 2 in Brood War, it was a weird... I don't know, all matchups were weird, because the starting bases, main bases of all the players were situated far one from another, and it was extremely hard to protect those bases together. So aggressive strategies were much stronger, they were much more popular, while in StarCraft 2 most of the 2v2 maps feature 2 bases of allied players being right in the same corner of the map, and defending strategies are, I would say, much stronger than back in Brood War days. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So again, just for you to understand the map architecture, of course your Reaper is able to jump in to the player, to your opponent main bases, but there's no opportunities to go there by ground until the rocks are broken.
They broken 5 minutes or?
No, you just have to
I
break
have
them
to,
manually.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not timed or whatever. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Guys, for everybody who's watching our clean feed, please let us know if we need to adjust any sound settings. For example, if we need to make Gabriel louder, or maybe if we need to make game sounds louder. Yeah, so you're just playing straight up macro game, Reaper CC, right? Nothing weird for now. That's cool.
Yeah, I think I can defend everything with this for now, so I'm fine.
Okay.
Like actually.
So you're trying to scout and maybe to kill a couple of workers. The first blood is drawn by this Reaper, and the second drone even is dead, but your Reaper needs to get out of here as soon as possible. Good result. Good result. And do you know what Terran is doing? No, you know nothing, basically.
For now, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I just wanted to get a drone kill.
Okay.
Next thing I have to do is to see what the Terran does, because I need to know if it's 1 base or 2 base. But I think he's playing 1 base, and the Zerg maybe 2. Actually no, the Zerg I think has an expo, but I think the Terran doesn't.
Okay.
So you're gonna have a look. There's actually an expo too, maybe? Yeah, okay, he did.
So both of them expanded, and now it's 4 bases against 2. Are you scared?
Nah, it's fine.
No, fine, okay.
He hasn't taken the base yet, he doesn't have many workers, so it's all good.
Yeah, of course, your build is much better in terms of just straight economy development than his. Okay. So your plan is basically to drop Cyclones together with Marines, maybe, or are Marines going to stay at home?
I think best thing I can do is small pressure.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to do something. I don't think they are gonna attack me very soon. I'm gonna attack them. So what I pretty much do is wait on my Cyclones. They run like this, and the Marines I drop. So now I can attack them.
Okay, sounds good. We'll see what your opponents have to defend against this. So you're not scared about any attacks at all, right?
Nah, I don't think they're gonna attack.
Okay.
So, I think they want a macro.
Yeah. I definitely did want a macro. And now they're not really prepared.
Oh, tank.
Yeah, there is a tank and
Back
there's also
against
Banshees, so Terran has quite a lot, we can see. Maybe not Zerg, but Terran has a lot indeed. So HeRoMaRinE is applying a lot of pressure right now, and he's building the 3rd CC back in the main. Okay, cool, so Gabriel saves both Cyclones and then moves to the main base of Terran, but Zerg has already a nice group of speedlings to chase this medevac. Wow, that was a nice kill. Terran has lost a Banshee, but Gabriel has lost a Cyclone, so it went not that good. What do you think about this state of economy right now? Do you think your economy is stronger than the combined one of Terran and Zerg? Your opponents?
I think I'm in a very good position now.
Okay. You've seen a stealth Banshee, and yeah, we can now see the turrets being put on your bases. And then you're just going bio-tank, right? Nothing weird.
I think so, it depends on whether the Terran plays mech or not. If he plays mech, I'm gonna go mech too.
Okay. But it would be quite a weird transition. Like, you already have 3 barracks, 2 E-base. How do you transition from here? I mean...
Just skip the bio pod. But I'm pretty sure he's going...
Okay. Okay, we'll see.
bio, so I'm fine.
Small
Marine
harassment from
tank.
time. We can see his Banshee moving around the HeRoMaRiNE's base. What do you think about this Diamond Micro? I think it's pretty okay for now, because he hasn't lost.
Oh, maybe, you know, he's gonna lose some.
We'll see. Yeah, so the Zerg player also joins the fun with his mutas. So the guys are applying two-front pressure. Works okay, but here is the Viking to deal with the Banshees, so HeRoMaRiNE is fine now. Aren't you worried that there is no counter pressure going on from you right now?
I think I can macro just fine here.
Okay, so you're going to focus on defending from this point.
No, yeah.
Okay. We can see that the Zerg player is still trying to find an angle.
What I'm
Probably.
gonna try to do next is intercept the muta somehow.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna try to set up a trap here.
Yeah.
Don't know where they went.
Yeah, seems like a very good idea, but the Zerg guy is reacting quickly, so now it works okay.
Of the Viking though.
Yeah, HeRoMaRiNE is really focused on getting the mutas. Another group of Marines. Probably not
least
very
one.
successful. Yeah.
This is very good for us.
Yeah, sure. Not the best idea from the Zerg player. Okay, so the Zerg is just focused on muta harassment.
Yeah, I think now I defended the mutas well enough.
Uh-huh.
So what I'm gonna do is counter pressure
Okay.
in a very annoying position for them to deal with.
Okay.
Oh, they're attacking me. Oh,
Oh no.
that's fine. I can stem back.
Yeah, so they have
Marines.
broken the rocks already. And they are now sieged basically on your main base, but what's the plan? The plan is to defend for now and to drop. Yeah, applying the pressure here might be a good idea. We'll see how it works. Wow, it was a good effort by Zerg player, but HeRoMaRiNE reacted perfectly. And another effort to snipe this tank. This was a really well executed plan, because this tank was a headache for time. Okay, this muta micro is not the best, but again, killing that tank was a really good idea. Okay, so what about the counter pressure HeRoMaRiNE is applying right now on Time's main base? This works well. HeRoMaRiNE has already lost his orbital, and now he's trying to break this. I'm not sure if it works. Okay, this is already a cool game, because we have basically a base race right here. The Zerg player is thinking about applying further pressure on HeRoMaRiNE. Gabriel is about to lose his eBay. And at the same time, Time is about to lose his orbital on the main base. What do you think about this situation? Is it still good for you? Because I actually don't.
I think it's okay. I think I can break out. No.
Yeah, maybe. You also have +2 armor completed soon. We'll see if that helps. Of course, upgrade advantage is on HeRoMaRiNE's side, and he's trying to break this contain right now. There are 4 tanks, as we can see, and these tanks are quite good, but the spread from Gabriel is also here, so he's dealing with this contain. Or maybe he's about to deal with it, because there is also a tank on low ground. Not many kills from it, but still some results. The Zerg player is just throwing away his units. But at the same time, there are mutas on the south. And these mutas are dealing quite an okay amount of damage. So, HeRoMaRiNE is on 2 bases. His 3rd CC is being built right now. And we can see that the turn player is... the turn opponent is basically on 1 base. While the Zerg has a lot of stuff in terms of both economy, army, and tech. Especially the tech, which HeRoMaRinE
I have to take out some bases now.
Okay.
Otherwise, I think I'm in trouble.
Yeah, I think so too. Considering the greater spire tech. The Terran player is not doing well here, but the Zerg is here to help. We can see that the combined supply of Terran and Zerg is of course way higher, but I'm not sure if it helps here in this fight, because HeRoMaRinE has good upgrades. 1-2 for his Marines. Almost no upgrades for the Terran player, and Zerg also doesn't have enough. Yeah, the Zerg has the tech, we all know that. The Terran has...
As long as it's not upgraded ultras, I'm gonna win here.
Okay. Sounds reasonable, I would say, because there are a lot of medivacs and just few broodlords will not be enough to stop all of these by force. Terran and Zerg are trying to defend, but they're not succeeding at all. Yeah. HeRoMaRinE is pushing through. Terran is almost dead because he doesn't have a mining base, and he has also lost almost all of his infrastructure, and even broodlords are sniped while being morphed. Good job! Good job, Gabriel. Seems like you have defeated your first challenge. GG from the Zerg player and GG from the Terran player. Congratulations! This is a good start here. This is a good start. Okay, so what do you think about this challenge playing 1 against 2? Do you think it's quite balanced? Was it easy, or I don't know, have you played in your full condition? Have you put your full effort in this?
I think it's hard to say in one match. I feel like I was pretty confident I'm gonna win.
Okay.
I think with my off race I can beat 2 diamond players. 2 and 1. And with my turn I think it's even better, obviously, and therefore I felt pretty comfortable against them. The only thing that made it really hard is that they actually spawn together, so I can't take out one that easily.
Sure.
So I have to focus on kind of both, and even though I did some good damage in early game, it wasn't enough to win the game very comfortably. It still got kind of weird.
Yeah.
I think I should have just focused on defending, because I feel like the turn was kind of all in. He only had stim pack and combat shields, no further upgrades.
Yeah, exactly.
So if I just defended properly instead of counterattacking, I could have counterattacked and then win the game easier, I feel like.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was that difficult, even though at some point I thought I wasn't doing that well.
Okay, sounds reasonable. We are moving to our next challenge, and before we go, we'll actually make a challenge on the map Stasis, which is one of the next season ladder maps. I would like to make a short announcement in Russian for our players, to make sure that everyone understands how to play in all of the modes against HeRoMaRinE today. Друзья, сегодня у вас есть возможность сыграть против HeRoMaRinE в самых разных форматах. Один из форматов вы только что видели, это формат 1 против 2. Кроме того, игроков не очень высокого уровня, ребята из Даймонда, Платины и ниже, мы приглашаем в самые разные режимы. Будет ФФА, будут режимы с кучей разных гандикапов, но для игроков высокого уровня у меня есть одно важное предложение. Друзья, если вы хотите попробовать сыграть против HeRoMaRinE в режиме Архона, пожалуйста, напишите мне, желательно в Battle.net, те, кто есть у меня в друзьях. Сегодня мы ищем Архона Зерга и Архона Протоса для того, чтобы вы смогли сыграть против HeRoMaRinE. Почему именно Архона Зерга, Архона Протоса? Просто чтобы у нас были 2 незеркальных матчапа. Я думаю, что это будет очень интересно. Поэтому, если вы игрок топ-мастер лиги или тем более там из низов гранд-мастер лиги, то, пожалуйста, пишите мне. и у вас сегодня обязательно будет возможность сыграть в формате Архона. Вот пишет Экзострайкер, у них с упакошкой есть уже Архон. Если вы уже собрались, готовы, настроились, Экзострайкер, просто напиши мне, на какой карте вы хотите сыграть, выберите самую удобную карту для ПВТ и готовьтесь. Но я думаю, что какой-то дополнительный гандикап мы тоже для вас сделаем. Okay, so now we can come back to our English language conversation, and we're going to establish the next handicap for our map Stasis. This is one of the hardest ones, at least from our experience in running previous shows, in running previous episodes of Unfair StarCraft. It is called Zombies. Basically, I don't know, have you played the co-op, Gabriel? Have you played co-op in general? No? Okay, it's fine. So, what's going to happen on your base? After the first 3 minutes are over, each 40 or 45 seconds you will have a group of zombies appear near one of your buildings. So, basically, these zombies are not that strong. They're almost like infested Terrans, like Zerg infested Terrans. But in the start of the game, it is quite important to not lose anything from the zombies, because you will have to use your SCVs to kill them. So there will be a short sound. It will be something like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Before zombies appear, you will be able to hear this sound in game. It is from my in-game announcer, and after this sound is over, zombies will spawn. You will see the green blur in the place where the zombies will spawn, and you'll have to defeat them. So this is basically the only handicap, and we'll have a player from Master League against you here. There will be when the time comes, there will be more zombies. Also, they will get some upgrades, like there will be first 0-0, then 1-1, then 2-2, then in the end of the game there will be 3-3 zombies spawning everywhere. So you'll have to think about your defense on this map. Do you have any questions for now?
I think I understood everything, yeah.
Cool. Then we are inviting one of the Master League players, and we'll see if he's able to defeat you. Let's switch to another observer interface, to this one, and as soon as the guy is here, we're good to go. Please share your thoughts on the map Stasis and maybe on all of the new maps of the upcoming ladder season.
I haven't played on them, so I can't really say too much.
Okay.
I think this map might be a good Terran map, from what I've heard. And that's because the natural has a ramp, and the third base is pretty easy to take. That's normally good for Terran, while also having short air distance, so drops are pretty okay. So I feel like that's good for Terran, like a drop heavy map and easy to take 3 bases. The other 3 maps, I don't have a lot of experience on them, and I don't even know the names yet. There's one that is very open. I don't like that one. And the other ones, I don't remember that well, to be honest.
Okay, Gabriel, you'll see all the maps today. We will help you in preparation for the next ladder season. That's...
I've seen them just in my head. I didn't know them 100%.
Okay, so you'll plan all of them today. I was corrected by the map author that the zombies will spawn basically right from the start. So maybe in 40 seconds, the first zombie, just one infested Terran, will appear near your command center. That's what's going to happen. Okay, so HeRoMaRinE is playing against Frozy. He's a Master League Protoss. And we are on the map Stasis, which is going to appear in our new ladder season. I actually dislike this map.
I don't like it too much too.
I will veto this for sure. I'm a random player and I can see literally every second matchup is bad for me on this map. Yeah, so this is our zombie number 1. And Gabriel is dealing with this zombie correctly. But there will be more zombies each 40-45 seconds on your base. What's your opponent is doing? He's preparing something maybe pretty standard, maybe not. I'm wondering what's this thing in the center of the map. This is like some giant structure. It is somehow related to the Protoss race, but that's all I know, I feel. The second wave of zombies. There's some issues with one of them, but for now it's just mining time lost for HeRoMaRinE, so it's good. What's your plan for the first Reaper? Do you want to stay at home and to help your SCVs fight with zombies, or are you going to scout?
I think I have to stay home for now, yeah. I feel like the zombies are pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think with this build order I can defend against everything easily. So I can just stay at home.
Okay.
Defend for now. Oh.
Yeah,
This is not gonna be too annoying because it's not close to my mineral line.
Yeah, so these guys are going to appear around the random building, basically. And the first SCV is lost, and the second one now. So this way was quite effective for the virtual zombie player.
I'm gonna put a bunker near my buildings now.
Yeah.
Which is also gonna help me against all ins.
Uh-huh.
And then hopefully I'm gonna have a couple Marines for the next wave. Otherwise I
I'm
think
not
it
sure.
might overestimate. This can be really annoying now.
Yeah. I'm not sure if there's enough SCVs.
I'm definitely gonna lose a bunch.
Yeah, sure.
But now I have the bunker.
Yeah.
So that's the difficulty when you have never played these maps, you don't know how strong they are.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of
Yeah.
undervalued them.
Yeah, sure. That's basically what's cool about our show. You just don't know what you're going to face, and you have to adopt.
Next time I would play on this map, it would be much easier because then I would have a good idea.
Uh-huh. Okay, now with
So
the
now
bunker.
the spawn isn't as annoying.
Yeah.
So the bunker.
But
The Reaper doesn't matter anymore. I see that the Stalker came in at a time where he is not gonna have tech necessarily.
Okay.
So it was a 2-base Stalker pretty much.
Uh-huh. This Marauder is doing damage for sure. Stalker is out, but
So for now,
yeah.
For now I have to stick to my 1 base, so I can defend properly.
Uh-huh. Well, there's some losses here and there. We can see that Gabriel has already lost 6 SCVs, 5 Marines and 1 Reaper, so these zombies are definitely doing their job in evening out our
I
matchup.
think with Protoss I would have a better chance here. With shield batteries I don't think they would do that much.
Uh-huh. Okay, so we all see what Protoss is doing, but HeRoMaRinE doesn't. So
I think for now.
yeah, Gabriel definitely has to back up because it's quite hard to defend from both Protoss and zombies.
Oh, they
at the
already
same
have
time.
1-1. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, these
It's gonna
zombies
be
are
very difficult.
these zombies are 1-1 zombies. Well, the good news is 2-2 is not coming in the next few minutes, but at some point zombies will be with 2-2. Don't you actually feel that maybe Widow Mines might work well, because you might be able to borrow them?
Sometimes they spawn differently. Sometimes they spawn like this, not in a clump.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Sometimes they spread out, sometimes they don't.
Okay, Stalkers are applying more
Okay, now I
pressure.
have to get some Stalkers, but this is gonna be not necessarily a good trade.
And just because of zombies, because just with you against Protoss, it's a very good trade. Maybe if you have killed that Stalker on 2 HPs, that would be even better, but... Yeah, the next wave of zombies, I feel, might do a lot of damage. Yeah, especially with this type of spawn. We'll see, though. The medevac is already here, and it helps a lot, because the DPS of the zombies is not that high. The amount of damage...
I don't think I can win this game anymore. I think it's over.
Yeah, the Protoss, I mean, it's not like Protoss has a good army, but of course he's doing well.
He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, he's just doing whatever he wants. He's good. He feels good in terms of economy. That's what's important now.
So yeah, the only chance I can still do this is if I camp on one base. Oh my god, next wave already. If I stay on one base here and try to make as many units as I can, and then ignore the infested Terrans and just base trade.
Yeah, I agree actually, like an all-in maybe with the SCVs might work.
Maybe. I don't think it is gonna work, but... Nah, actually no. There's so many units. He's so far ahead in this game, I don't think I can win this anymore. I'm still gonna try, but... There's way too many units.
Yeah, for now this group of Stalkers is... It is definitely not stronger than HeRoMaRiNE's army, but... Considering the fact that he's timing his attacks really well, he's basically trying to attack at the same time as the zombies do, so... The guy definitely knows what to do here, that's for sure.
I'm hoping he isn't ready for now as a counterattack drop. Actually, can you drop on this map?
I think no. These are the air blockers, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
That's what I somewhat knew about.
I don't know, I dislike this map so much. Yeah.
Oh my god, he even has cannons ready. And yeah, well, that game is over. GG.
Yeah, a lot of charge zealots already there, so Frozzy ties up the series. And basically, this is even more zombies than Frozzy, right? For you. I mean, the zombies have...
Yeah, I think they are too strong. I don't think you can win against a master player on this map.
Maybe. So yeah, this was one of the hardest challenges, and our zombies still prevailed. We actually have a lot of different games with the zombies. For example, when we had, maybe you know the guy Kuguar, Russian Protoss, on the show. He almost ignored the zombies because he handled them first with probes, then with adepts, and then with DTs. Because
I mean, with Protoss you have a lot of better options.
Yeah.
The problem is with Terran you don't have any healing until medevacs, and medevacs only heal your Marines in bio, and that's only useful when you get Stimpack, when you get +1, when you get medevacs. But with Protoss you can build shield batteries immediately. With Zerg you can build some queens, and you have better units to take care of small amount of units. Turns I don't have that.
For the Zerg player actually, so we had Bly with the same challenge, but this was even the harder challenge for him because his opponent was like from the Gold League maybe, but he had not just the zombies, he also had like an order costs handicap, which is basically when you issue a command on every unit, this command costs you some amount of minerals and gas. So basically Bly with his he tends to make a lot of unnecessary clicks, especially in the beginning, and he just wasn't able to defend the first few waves of zombies because he simply ran out of minerals, while HeRoMaRinE against literally like the third or the fourth wave, I don't remember. It was fun. Maybe it was a super tough challenge for Bly. Bly didn't even need an opponent for that. Here I feel you would still be able to beat zombies themselves, right? You would be able to survive.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But
the problem is for Terran it's If I make Hellions, I think I can do better, but I can't make Hellions against a Protoss. That's the difficulty.
Yeah, that
So
makes
if
sense.
I was playing against a Zerg, I think it'd be easier, because then I could make Hellions.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just for you to know, maybe we've tested all the handicaps beforehand, and for the turn player, what worked for us the best was an opening with 2 Rex and 3 Reapers, and then transitioning into Bio and Widow Mines, because basically just few Widow Mines borrowed near the in the different corners of your main base. They dealt a lot of damage to the zombie waves, and then it was just up to few shots from Marines and Marauders to finish the job. But that, of course, is not the build which you're going to execute at the first iteration of playing this game when you just don't know what's going on. That's for sure. Okay, so what happens here? What happens on the Unfair Fruitland map? This is one of the hardest maps, and again one of the hardest challenges. Let me explain what's on this Fruitland map. Have you heard about Fruitland just as a map?
Yeah, I know that map.
It was a thing in 2012 and 13. It was one of my favorite maps, and that's why we have transitioned it into Unfair StarCraft. So what's going to happen here? On each base which you are going to take, so outside of your main base, there will be groups of creeps who are defending this base. So for example, let's choose, I don't know, you can choose yourself. Do you want Protoss, Zerg or Terran creeps? I don't care. Choose any.
Zerg.
Okay. So we'll have, for example, Spore and Spine Crawlers on your natural base. Then it will be some units, I'm not even sure which ones. On the third base, just some lower tier units. Then it will be air units on the next map, on the next base, and for example on the bases which are the furthest from your main, there will be maybe Broodlords waiting for you. Also these creeps will get upgrades when the time comes, so for example on 6-minute mark they will already be 1-1. And also the harder thing here is that your base are going to be destroyed after the certain period of time is over. It was a thing in certain campaign missions. I don't know if you have completed, for example, an epilogue of StarCraft II Legacy of the Void, but on one of the last missions, some of your bases were destroyed after, for example, the first 10 minutes. What happens here? At the 6-minute mark, you're losing all your minerals and gases on the main base, and you need to also evacuate units from the circle which you will clearly see on your base. You will not lose any buildings except of maybe supply depots, so you should put supply depots somewhere outside of your mineral line. All big buildings like orbitals, barracks, they will survive, but you just need to move on the map to always have bases where to saturate. Is this part of the challenge clear?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But actually,
Yeah?
oh yeah, it's fine. Maybe I wanted not to have Zerg, because if there are spine crawlers on my base, it means there's creep, and that takes a while until it disappears.
Okay. I don't know if there's a lot of creep there, but we'll see. We'll see how it works. So basically the task for you is to move quickly through all the bases, so you don't end up being without any bases at all. And to do this, you need to fight against creeps, not just against your opponent. That's how it works. You're playing against a Diamond Protoss. His nickname is Galeos, and you can see his tag UNFSC2. This means that he's an author of the Unfair SC2 maps. He's the guy who writes all the scripts in the editor.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so good luck, and you can already check what's going on your natural expansion if you want.
The minerals in my main base, why is it like 1,800 for each mineral?
It's planned because you're still not able to saturate this base fully and to mine it out.
But is it the same for him?
Yeah, it is the same for him, and
Wow.
he's not losing the bases, so for him it's a bit easier, yeah.
It's not easy actually.
I mean for him. So for your opponent, it is easier for him because he's not going to lose these bases.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Well, still he's a
there's
player.
creep.
Yeah, but the creep is here. That's true. That's true. So there are indeed spine crawlers and spore crawlers on your initial base, and then I will not spoil anything because there are different types of units. So there are also some units casters. I'm not sure if the AI is going to use them properly. I actually have a lot of doubt in proper infestor or viper usage, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, that's what I have on your second expansion. Hey guys, so just a reminder, if you're watching this on Twitch and you're a Russian language viewer, please feel free to join our YouTube. I'll actually update our Twitch title because for some reason it is in Russian, while almost nothing goes on in Russian on this stream. What's your plan, Gabriel?
I have to take the expand as soon as possible. So I need a siege tank for that, definitely.
Okay, makes sense.
Oh, he has creeps too.
Yeah. It's
Okay, he too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just.
So now I understood. So the only handicap that I have is that my command center will disappear.
Yes. Well,
it's
not like your orbital is going to disappear.
Yeah,
just
but
your minerals.
my base, my minerals.
Your resources. Yeah.
Okay, now and then that make.
Yeah, so you can see he's opening. He's going to.
I think last map is good for Protoss, but this map is actually very good for turn. Because I can build my base and then lift it.
I agree.
I already have my base and he doesn't. This is very, very good for me.
No, I agree, I mean, his opening, it was quite scary, I would say. Don't you think so?
I think it's fine for now. He opened 2 gate that delays his robo-attack. Therefore, he's not gonna attack anytime soon. And in case he is attacking, I'm gonna put him rain in front so I can pull back the siege tank at least. So now I just need to take care of the spines, and then I can do this. I need an eBay because the Stargate. Oh, the creep disappears, that's great. So this isn't really that bad. Actually the creep disappeared because I killed the creep tumor with the siege tank splash, I think. That's good.
I'm not sure how the technique works, but maybe yeah maybe that's exactly.
I saw a creep tumor that died, yeah. So what I'm gonna try to do is, I shouldn't put my supply depots next to the minerals.
Yeah, I think so.
So
Just a reminder, yeah, in less than 2 minutes you lose all your minerals on the main base.
Yeah, what I'm gonna try to do is have as many mules mine as possible. The next couple of mules I'm gonna have in my main base. So these are the 2 last mules that I have on my main. They try to get as much money there as possible. And as many workers in the main as possible, and soon I'm just gonna slide.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is perfect. So now I don't make any more workers.
Yeah, so your mineral line is fully saturated, right? And then you're going just to transfer SCVs to the next base. That's the plan.
And I think Protoss has more difficulties with his opening to clear the creep. So I'm planning to go very, very aggressive here. Actually, I have to scout the next couple of bases. So I saw here some air units are really not difficult. That's very good because then I can easily attack him. since I don't have any trouble clearing that base, my third I mean. The fourth, that can be more troublesome.
Okay.
I feel like so far this is pretty good for me.
Yeah, maybe. So what's going to happen in the next 10 seconds if everything was scripted properly?
I can have my workers until they disappear. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see what happens.
Yeah, we'll all have to see. So, yeah, that's exactly.
Okay, the radios and then. Okay, now I understand it. So probably some depots are gonna fall. Okay.
Even supply depot survived, so
Yeah.
it's fine for you. You just
So what
lose
I'm
the
gonna
base. Yeah.
Is I kill this so I can take this base soon.
Okay.
And this is really favorable for the turn. Since now I don't have to make an extra CC, I can lift my main base.
Yeah, I actually agree with your choice to choose the Zerg here, because otherwise I think it would be much harder. For example, the turn might have benches with a
Siege
cloak.
tanks or banshees,
And
yeah.
because there would be siege tanks here.
And yeah, I think my opening was much better, so
Yeah.
I think I can just kill him here.
Yeah, Protoss seems not really prepared. Protoss is trying to break this, but he's losing the Nexus, and yeah, that's basically it. HeRoMaRinE has dealt perfectly with this task. I think that you have adjusted the opening perfectly here, and yeah, that worked for you exactly as intended. Cool. So it's 2-1 in favor of HeRoMaRinE. Your choice to play against Zerg was actually perfect. And yeah, the turn race really favors this map, I agree. What do you actually
Yeah,
think?
it's very good for turn.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I play Protoss or Zerg, I think it's much more difficult, in fact. Like, a lot harder.
Yeah, I agree for sure. What do you actually think about your off races? Do you have like any off race which is a bit better than another one?
I'm not really sure about that. I don't really play a lot of off race. My Zerg is like 6.1 to 6.2 km or more. My Protoss is supposedly better, but I don't know if my Protoss is better or worse. Definitely not much worse than Zerg. Maybe even better.
So basically, you might be able to beat every CIS player except maybe 1 or 2 as your off race.
I don't think so. I think there are a lot of CIS players that are not like top MMR, like 6.7k or something. There are a lot of CIS players that are around 6.4k MMR though, and I don't think I can beat them easily at all with off race.
Okay, it still sounds good. Okay, so what are we going to do next? We're going to call one of our Archons. I've already seen a Protoss Archon being ready to play, and I'm just waiting for the map pick from them. And then we'll ask you to play Zerg against this Protoss Archon. Yeah, so you guys will play against Zerg. And the guys are making their choice to play on a proper map for the PvZ. There are no limits for their choice, so maybe we are going to an island. Who knows? Okay, so we are going to the Port Alexander, one of the newer maps. I'm not sure if this is the one which you've called the widest. We'll see. What do you actually think about the state of ZVP right now?
ZVP with the old patch, not the new one.
Yeah, like the
The
current
one,
state.
yeah. Current. From what I heard is that Hydras are definitely very good in ZVP.
Yeah, sure.
And it's a lot about defending for the Protoss. But I think in general, the matchup is like the best, I think, to watch. It makes the most sense. Like Protoss is the defensive race, trying to defend, and they can even do some timings here and there maybe. But they are mostly defending and trying to tech up to go into a very late game army.
Mm-hmm.
And Zerg is the race that tries to play quicker and tries to avoid that. But then both races have pretty good late game, I feel like. So I think overall that matchup is quite balanced.
Okay, makes sense. Basically what's going to happen now, you're playing against the Archon of two Master League players. One of them is 5200 MMR, another is, let's check, basically they have the same level, so these are just Master League Tier 1 players, and you're playing Zerg. And please put 90% handicap for you, I mean just the hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically almost the same challenge as it was for Bly. But Bly's opponents were stronger. It was also Exostriker and Nerazim playing against him. You've probably heard about Nerazim. He's like 6k Protoss. So that's why Bly wasn't off racing. But as your opponents are a bit weaker, you are off racing, and everything else is the same. Okay, Port Alexander is our map. The score is 2-1 in favor of HeRoMaRinE. And a reminder for all of our high-level viewers, if you guys are willing to play against HeRoMaRinE as an Archon, if you're a high Master League or GM player, just PM me, let me know via Skype or Twitter or Battle.net, as Exostriker did, and you will get a chance against maybe another off-race of HeRoMaRinE, or against HeRoMaRinE Terran if you're that good. Okay, so this is a Port Alexander map. It is going to be added to our next ladder season map pool. What do you think about Zerg on this map, Gabriel?
No, I think that's the Zerg map. I like this one. That's the Zerg.
This is weird because the guys had literally all the map pool for them. They've chosen exactly this.
I mean, they probably don't know the map either, and I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like a very standard map. It is very big, and that's normally always going to be a good Zerg map. Very standard and big. It's like as standard as you can get. You have 3 bases going down. It's kind of like Overgrowth used to be. And then your 4th base you can take pretty much anywhere. And for Zerg, what's the best for Zerg is if they can take a base that's further away from the opponent, then that's better for them. So the Protoss is gonna take the same dirt as me, and I can take a 4th base that is away from him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Against Protoss, I don't think it makes a lot of difference, but for Terran, if the Zerg player takes a base that's further away from you, then it's always going to be really difficult to deal with that.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think is the plan from your opponents? How are they going to use the fact that they're in Archon mode?
I think they will just play standard. Any kind of all-in play wouldn't be a good choice here. I don't think with 2 people you can do better all-ins or something.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they're going to play very standard for now.
So from now, now it looks just a standard game for you, right? You're just going to play straight up ZVP. Okay. I was actually told that you are, you have like a good stats against Rail as a Zerg player, right? So Russian Protoss, Rail or Verdi. Have you played against him as a Zerg?
Recently, I don't think so, but I beat him a couple times, like months ago maybe.
As an off race, okay. Okay. That's fun.
I don't think I could beat him now. I think he's gotten better in ZVP. I've seen him beat a lot of good Zerg players.
Who's like the biggest threat from all CS players to you on ladder? Is it Bly or anybody else? Maybe Hellraiser?
I don't think anyone is really a threat.
Okay. Okay.
I think they're all similarly good, but none of them is like top European level.
Maybe.
Like none of them is 6.8k or more.
Basically, the highest for Bly was exactly around 6.8. The highest for Hellraiser
Yeah,
was...
but
yeah?
I mean like an average.
Yeah, on average for sure. I agree.
They don't have average 4k or something.
Yeah, they adapt on the main base. We'll see what's going to happen here. For now, no kills for an adept.
It's gonna go down though. Didn't expect.
Maybe the guys
Just stayed in.
could recall
Yeah.
earlier, but not now.
Yeah, they could have. Yeah, they should have even.
Yeah, I think so.
So now I'm gonna build spores, and I'm gonna have 2 queens in my natural against a possible oracle, and then a spore at my third. I'm gonna make more drones. I'm gonna scout. I'm gonna have links to patrol so I can see the oracle moving out.
Is this 90% handicap going to somehow affect on your plans on this map?
I don't care really about it.
So when Bly was playing
Just-
against the Protoss Archon, he told that the Archon itself was not an issue at all, while the 90% handicap has literally killed the game for him. And he was telling that it means a lot in ZVP. So that's why I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. Maybe a bit later.
I'm not an expert on the matchup, so I don't 100% know. But I'm gonna try to make roaches. I think roaches are best unit I can make here. And adapts against anything pretty much.
Aren't you afraid of Moss Phoenix? Because this makes a lot of sense in Archon mode. And this is
I have
basically
queens.
what's...
Queens are always gonna be good. I saw a robot too, so I'm
Oh,
fine.
okay, okay.
That's some cheeky oracle I saw the robot. That means Archon drop most likely. Definitely need a couple roaches. I have too many drones, in fact. I built a lot of them. That was very greedy from my end.
Yeah, we can see that now your mineral lines are all saturated. All 3 mineral lines, in fact. This is really good.
I can go up to 66 if I'm on it already. I think my mechanics are better, so I feel like I hit the macro better. So therefore I think I can make extra drones. There's the Archon drop. Actually I have to hotkey my queens so they are in position against this. I didn't creep spread that well. That's kind of an issue. So I didn't connect my bases, my natural and my main, to do that. So I can take better care of the drop.
Yeah, this cryptomore might help a lot. And your plan is basically to play Roach Hydra or maybe Roach Hydra Lurker?
I go into lurkers, I think. For now I'm gonna defend with roaches and then I'm gonna build a couple hydras.
Are there any good places for lurkers on this map, or is it just a random
No.
choice?
I don't really know.
Okay, I guess we'll see this in a few minutes.
I'm generally gonna try to like get better or multi-pronged attacks because I think that's the best way of handling.
Have you heard about
Against
Cyril
Protoss?
practicing against an Archon of like 4 different players?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's funny.
Yeah, for sure. Don't they have any experience like this?
No, I don't really have a lot of experience.
Gabriel was trying to snipe a War Prism, but for now it stays alive, and it also delayed a lot the 4th base. I mean,
Oh, I put it down very late. That's kind of my mistake, I feel like.
You were trying to put it earlier, but the first drone was intercepted by the Archon, and then it's...
Oh, yeah, I didn't notice that in time.
Yeah. Okay, so for now we can see that the game is stabilized, and HeRoMaRinE was actually right that his opponents are going to play standard. Probably one of them is just Macrane, and another is doing his job with a War Prism. So we'll see how the engagement goes. HeRoMaRinE is... Oh, he's in the stasis right now, so... This is a bad start, I feel.
I don't really want to attack, I just want to scout here.
Okay. We can see that the Hydras have already their range upgrade, but not the speed upgrade, and this is a good idea, yeah. These Hydras are dead and gone. These force fields were great, so... The Protoss Archon is doing okay in defending.
So far they're doing good, but maybe they don't have enough Storm, and the next time I'm gonna attack I can kill them.
Okay, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. There were no High Templars lost. You've just sniped 3 sentries.
With the handicap is that I cannot really trade well against Storm. That's a very big difficulty, I feel like. But they might have some communication issues right now. So I'm gonna use that as an opportunity to do something.
Yeah, we can say this 2-prong attack. Looks good. Looks good, especially considering the fact that there is not enough detection right now. There are adepts on the 4th base of HeRoMaRinE, and already 11 drones are dead, so this counterattack was successful, but can see that,
I can kill them.
That the lurkers are doing really well. Revelation was not that great, because some of the lurkers are not under the Revelation tag right now. And Protoss Archon should be able to see these lurkers move into another base. So everything is set up for another engagement, we'll see how it goes. I think that Protoss is okay here. You know what? You lack an overseer here to snipe the observers.
Yeah, I had one, but it's not. It's a little difficult now because I'm getting harassed at the same time.
Yeah, there was a harassment on the main, and also we've seen the harassment on the 4th base, so HeRoMaRinE lost 23 drones. Is this a misclick that you're such a borrow?
I want to have some burrow.
Okay. I mean, you don't have like the burrow movement, so I was wondering. There is actually, it's a popular misclick. I'm researching burrow, like almost 90% of my burrow researches are misclicks, as well as those one swarm hosts things. The Protoss is on the map. The guys definitely want to kill some creep tumors. And HeRoMaRinE is trying to engage as well as to counterattack the Nexus. The Nexus is going down without a cancel. Definitely a mistake from the Protoss players, and they're still going to make an engagement right now. In the center of the map, and part of the Hydras, they were morphing into lurkers, so it's an unfortunate timing for HeRoMaRinE. And at the same time, there are a lot of zealots on the main base, so HeRoMaRinE is definitely starting to lose this game. The army of Protoss is quite strong, and the Hatcher in the main base is almost gone. There's no way, no opportunities to save it, so yeah.
I didn't have enough lurkers with me.
And now another attack. HeRoMaRinE would probably like to focus those observers, but not enough Hydras here. Okay, Hydras are coming, or I should say one Hydra is coming. Yeah, this doesn't seem enough, so the drones are pulled. Now the lurkers are here, and the Hydra is trying to kill the observers. One is gone and another is not.
No.
But it was close, and the Protoss is scared because this observer is almost dead. So yeah, he probably has to back off. HeRoMaRinE is staying alive. That's all we can say about.
I should have gone for Banelings. They're much better with 90% handicap.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. Or maybe even Mutas and some base trading. But these fights, yeah, super.
Only 2 lurkers aren't enough. Even though they don't have an observer.
Mm-hmm.
I can't defend the next wave because now he's gonna remake that observer, or he already has that. Ah, they have so much money. I bet they have 1,000 minerals in the bank.
They've actually spent all the money, but yeah, the new army is much stronger and their economy is really good, so.
GG.
GG. The score is 2-2.
Overcommitted. If I didn't overcommit, I should have won that game.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
underestimated my opponents after the first attack. I thought they would that, but then they recovered.
Mm-hmm.
That was really bad by me.
Yeah, maybe just killing the Nexus was more than enough to cement this advantage. Yeah, yeah. Okay, the score is 2-2, and again a reminder for our other players. If you guys are from High Masters or Grandmaster and you would like to take part in the show, let me know. You might be able to play against HeRoMaRinE as Exostriker and Upakovka did in the last game. GG. If you're wondering, Upakovka means something like the package, basically. So the guy's nickname is Package. If I'm not missing anything myself. This is weird, but yeah. Actually, a question about your nickname. Just let us know why there's so many capital letters in the nickname. Because it's really hard to write it down, you know?
Both ways are fine to write it. You can also just have capital H and M.
Okay.
But when I did the nickname, I wasn't really a pro gamer, and I thought that the nickname HeRoMaRinE wasn't original. I thought a lot of people were named like that. So I put some capital letters in it to make it more unique.
Okay.
But in the end, nobody really had the name HeRoMaRinE, so in the end I was the only one.
Okay. We're going to the map Automaton next. You're going to play typical 1v1, but with one of the most weird, I would say, and one of the most funny handicaps. This is called quite simple, or named quite simple. It's just the move speed. So what's going to happen here? Your units will be slower, while your opponent units will be much faster. Basically, your units will save 75% of their speed, while your opponent units will have basically twice as much speed as they should have. That's what's going to happen. You're allowed to choose the race of your opponent, and you're going to play Terran here. What do you think about the race of your opponent?
What race are they? Sorry.
Sir, what? I haven't heard the question.
What race are they?
Yeah, so I'm just asking you to choose the race of your opponent based on their move speed handicap. That's it. Yeah, so you're playing Terran, you have 75% of move speed, and then you are free to choose the race of your opponent. You're playing typical 1v1 with just the move speed handicap, and depending.
So because I think the best playstyle against is probably to go mech, so can't play mech against Zerg and Protoss, therefore I will have to choose a Terran.
Okay, so let's look for a Terran player. Terran player who is ready to face HeRoMaRinE. I think it should be something like High Diamond or Low Masters at least. We'll see, we'll see. A lot of Terran players here. Guys, if you wanna join the party, do it in Maut's channel. We're choosing the players from here. it's okay. 4400 MMR turn player, and I think that maybe 80 or 90% HP handicap might be enough. What do you think? Against the Diamond Tier 1 player, and against the 20% of move speed of your opponent, 200% move speed of your opponent.
200.
Yeah, like this. I think it should be 80.
I think so too.
Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so we have a TVT, the first mirror of today. And it's just the move speed. It will be quite funny. So, just for you to understand, your SCVs will not suffer. So,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
your economy is okay. It's just about the fighting units. The fighting units of your opponent will literally fly through all over the Automaton. And that might be really funny. Again, guys, for all of you on Twitch, if you're looking for Russian content, you'll find it on YouTube. Gabi is translating everything for you. Let's see, our score is 2-2. This is the 5th challenge out of 9 prepared for today. We are exactly 1 hour and a half in the show, so we're looking into our typical 3 hours limit. And let's see what's going to happen. Map Automaton seems good for Reapers, right?
Let's have a look. Actually, it's kind of blocked.
I think that Reapers should be able to jump there below, and also basically almost everywhere on top. Almost. So at least 3 different places for Reapers to jump in. At least 3.
I think 2.
You think so? You think the lower thing is
Or actually, I think only like the ramp and the top left part of my main base.
Well, we'll see. I feel that the lower thing is not blocked and it should help, but yeah, maybe. We'll see. You can try it
Could
out
be only one place.
for yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah. So the 0 FPS guy is an orange Terran in the lower leftish part of the screen. We'll see what's his plan. HeRoMaRinE is going to guesses to probably stay safe.
Definitely have to play safe here.
Yeah, sure. Reaper CC is not looking like a good opener. I feel that basically 2 Marines will be able to kill the Reaper easily with their speed buff. Like,
yeah, I'm not gonna use the Reaper offensively here. I'm gonna stay back, and that's gonna be the game plan for the entire game. Just stay back and do nothing.
wow. What about maybe slow speed benches?
I think because it's a mirror, the only thing I can do is defend for now.
Okay. So this is the
Here
Reaper?
I can jump down. Here I can't.
Ah, okay, so you're right.
Oh. Ow.
And this is another Reaper! Feels bad, man.
It's gonna be very difficult.
Well, yeah.
Luckily he isn't Zerg.
Yeah, I mean those speedlings, just imagine those, or Mutas. Yeah. Or even like a Broodlord Rush. Okay, so 0 FPS at least has a perfect scout. That's what he's going for.
So now I put my Cyclone here in case he wants to come again. I bet he will come again.
Well, I think Cyclone himself is not like a good thing against this Reaper, but with 2 Reapers of your own, yeah, for sure, this should work. If he comes again. Just look at this Reaper, guys. Look at him. Yes, it was enough.
I don't think I can do anything aggressive. I need to scout normally, but I just can't do anything here. I can scout with 1 Reaper, perhaps.
Yeah, I think you should invest at least in 1 Reaper scout, because you're already investing into another Cyclone. So yeah, you should probably be safe. What do you think about your opponent's plan? What are the most effective speed buffed units?
I think anything is good here. Particularly, I think cyclones would be a good choice.
Yeah,
Because if you make cyclones, I can't attack him anymore. They are just too quick.
Well, good thing about cyclones is when they move, they don't
Gosh.
shoot, and with this move speed, they're able to make the distance shorter much faster, so they lose less DPS. And yeah, I think for cyclones, this is extremely good. Okay, so you're going to defend with a bunker, a few cyclones and a raven. Cyclones are already here. Wow, this micro.
Yeah, dangerous.
Yeah. We need to have the tank,
You
but
got
the
the
tank...
up.
I'm not sure the bunker is up in time. Oh, the cyclone is dead.
I don't think the cyclone matters that much. I don't think the raven matters that much. I just need to get this up.
Yeah, the bunker is up and the tank is here. Seems like you're almost safe, but the cyclones are coming around. Oh my god! Wow, this is hard. This is really hard. And actually, Zero FPS is doing a great job in focusing your units, one after another. Just keep in mind, guys, there is also an HP deficit for HeRoMaRiNE, so...
Yeah. I'm not sure yet if this is really bad in general, or if I can win this game. Like, I don't know if this is too much.
Your economy
Of
is
an
not
handicap.
suffering, so...
Yeah, I think I'm doing okay here, but... Oh my god, that barracks.
Yeah. This is a good scout. I mean, you're probably not that much affected by the move speed deficit for your buildings, but your units are indeed quite slow.
So let's see what he does. It's mech and cloak banshees, in fact. So cloak banshees means I don't have to worry about my main base. Therefore, I can put siege strength on my natural and be fine against the cyclones. So the only thing I really have to take care of is I don't want to be out of position pretty much. So I need a lot of turrets to prevent him from getting into my main. But that's not going to be enough. I don't want to be out of position at the same time.
Well, you have already fully saturated your first two bases. Maybe the mineral line
So
on the main is lacking a bit, but I'm not sure if you're able to take the third base anytime soon.
For now, I don't need to. For now, I'm just gonna wait.
Okay, makes sense. So you're going mech against mech. That also makes a lot of sense. Cause
I wonder why he isn't playing bio. I feel like
I'm
mech
wondering
is
as well.
definitely
Yeah.
very, very incorrect here. He could speed medevacs and that make the game so much harder for me than it is now.
Yeah, I fully agree. I mean, just counter-attacking constantly might be...
Yeah, he's probably just a mech player himself, so that's why he does it.
Yeah. Makes sense. He's just playing what he is familiar with. So.
I'm gonna take my base soon I feel ready.
I'm wondering what happens if he researches the speed bench upgrade, because the benches are already extremely fast, and if they also have a speed upgrade, it's just... They pretty much ignore the turret line and...
They can blink then.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't
So
matter.
even though my units are not quick enough, as long as I'm in position,
Yeah.
they can still do something.
And there are no handicaps in terms of the amount of damage which your units do, so...
That's also why I choose mech. Sieging isn't slowed down. It's very helpful.
Yeah, I agree. So we have the third base now. After you have dealt with the benches issue.
Oh, why is he scanning there?
I think he was just
See what he
checking.
has.
Wow.
Yeah.
Such
I
a
thought
map
maybe it was
hacking
traffic.
scan. Come on. So do you believe it's the third base or the fourth or I don't know, the fifth base of him?
Because you're asking, I think it might be the fourth.
Just because I'm asking. Okay.
Nah, also the timing.
Okay. He's already here, as we can see. So.
Yeah, but that's not gonna do a lot. Because I can use my
Oh, but you don't have any leaps, right?
Raven ability. It's fine, I can just do this.
Oh, okay.
And then
that's
go
the
forward,
plan.
siege forward.
Okay. I'm not sure if it was the best plan.
I needed to do it though, that's the thing.
Yeah,
It was pretty even kind of trade.
Yeah, maybe. I think it could be much better if you already had the liberators, because like you had the clear air superiority because of the Raven and Vikings against benches, so maybe liberators could help you a lot here. But yeah.
Probably.
So
to say though, because main issue was here that I can get outmaneuvered very easily, so I had to do something when he was sieged. But now I have enough siege tanks so that I can defend everything, so now I don't have the issue anymore.
Okay.
For this reason now I just camp, and that's gonna be always good.
And you're basically going to get maxed and attack, right? Or what's the plan? Like the general
I don't know
plan?
if I'm gonna attack, it depends on what he is gonna play here. He seems to go mech heavy, so I don't want to attack quite yet. I want to wait.
Yeah, the guys are just scanning each other. The armies seem to be pretty similar for now. Yeah, we can see like a lot of factories from HeRoMaRinE and 0 FPS. The scan has seen like 4 factories of 0 FPS. The upgrades are research for HeRoMaRinE too. Cool. I'm wondering about those gold minerals. Are you going to somehow use them?
I don't need minerals, I need gas, and that base isn't one that I want to take yet.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to secure the 4th. Oh shit, he has a lot.
0 FPS is already here. He indeed has a lot.
So
And especially a lot in the air. That's
he
an
has
issue.
so much.
Yeah, he has a clear area superiority, so this seems like a huge issue for HeRoMaRinE right now.
I don't think I can defend my base.
I think it depends on what happens next, because you have killed the liberators. So.
The thing is, if he remakes a Liberator, it's gonna be here in like no time.
Yeah, we can see Gabriel switching into Thors. That's the only hope. And we can also see Helions running right underneath the tank, but this was not effective at all. And also Gabriel has how do you call this upgrades? Like a blue flame? Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, it is a bit harder for 0 FPS, considering the fact that he doesn't have the blue flame. This sensor tower is probably scaring HeRoMaRinE, because a lot of red dots are already there, and especially this liberator is painful. Next row of tanks of 0 FPS is here. And actually 0 FPS has a +1 upgrade lead, which also helps his tanks. He has also +1 for air, which helps his liberators. So yeah, this orbital is not going to survive.
Nope.
But the Thors are helping in clearing out those leaps. What's your plan?
Still just survive and somehow win a fight.
Okay.
I'm fine with surviving for now.
I mean, actually, the army supply is higher for the for HeRoMaRinE.
Yeah, I think I can fight now.
They're like 4 tanks here.
Oh no!
Yeah, there are 4 tanks there because there are 6 tanks in another part of this map. That was the plan for 0 FPS. Oh no, no! What is this guy? I'm not sure about these Vikings.
This battle really. I think it's fine for him. He can do anything he wants to do.
Well, from
so the
this
only
point...
way I can win this game is by attacking him. But I don't think I can do this because I don't have enough siege tanks and my units are so slow.
Yeah.
Takes a while until they cross the map.
Gabriel has like 2 tanks, 3 Taurus, and a bunch of Cyclones here. Cyclones.
Maybe I can get into position.
Yeah, Cyclones will be useful, and HeRoMaRinE is definitely going to be in position here. Even though it is fixed quite easily by the opponent, so...
yeah.
He's already here and
too
he's
much.
with BCs. GG. And the
That was
is-
too difficult. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
sure if I
think
can win that one.
So what, like, which issue you think is was the?
I think his units are just way too quick.
So you think it was more of the move speed than the actual hit point handicap? Okay, that makes sense. What do you think about this Automaton map after you have played on it? Is it good for Terrans? Because I feel there is a lot of space to make drops and Terrans.
The map? I don't think it's good. It's way too open. That was the open map I was talking about. It's too big and too open.
Yeah, so you think, for example, TVP is really bad to play here because of the nature of the map?
Kind of. It depends. But against Zerg particularly.
Okay.
Against Protoss the maps don't really matter. You can play any map. As long as you can jump in with the Reaper, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so do you want to take a break, like for 2 or 3 minutes before we continue, or are you fine?
I don't need a break, but if you want to, we can.
Cool. I have just one thing to say in Russian, that's it, and we are good to go for the next phase. Друзья, у нас есть еще несколько испытаний для HeRoMaRinE. У игроков из низших лиг будет возможность принять участие во Free for All. Free for All у нас будет последним испытанием. Сейчас мы будем переходить к испытанию, которое называется децимация, и которое я хотел бы объяснить самостоятельно вам. Это исторический термин. Это, ну, вы можете загуглить, в принципе, в Википедии, что это такое, да, но, по сути, это была такая мера казни когда-то давным-давно по отношению к частям армии, которые совершили какой-то очень жесткий проступок вроде предательства. Это новый гандикап, который доселе не использовался в нечестном Старкрафте. Его суть заключается в том, что каждые 30 секунд HeRoMaRinE будет терять каждого 10-го юнита на карте. Мы, в принципе, уже объясняли HeRoMaRinE так в общих чертах суть этого гандикапа. Ну и сейчас мы посмотрим, как он с этим гандикапом справится. Кто будет соперником здесь, мы приглашаем игрока из, я думаю, лиг повыше. Но еще раз хотел бы напомнить, если у нас есть желающие из верхов мастер-лиги или из гранд-мастер-лиги, которые хотели бы сыграть против HeRoMaRinE в режиме Архона, пишите, у вас будет такая возможность. Свяжитесь со мной либо посредством Battle.net, либо при помощи там скайпа, твиттера, чего-то еще. Вот, у нас вакантен еще один слот именно на игру в режиме Архон. And we're good to go back to our English stream. As probably Kabi has translated you, we're moving to the decimation handicap.
Yeah, I understood everything.
Cool, cool. So we now need to choose the opponent for you. It will be a Zerg player because you haven't played proper TVZ today, right? I cannot remember you playing TVZ.
No.
Great. Then, guys, we're looking for the Zerg player. I would say that, again, something like Diamond League is okay. The player from lower leagues, you will still be able to play against HeRoMaRinE in a free-for-all format. But for now, we're looking mostly into Zerg players. Let's see. Okay, this is Protoss. A lot of players here, but maybe not a lot of Zergs with a proper level. Even few high masters are here too. Not even sure. What do you actually think about this decimation handicap? What's how are you going to approach it?
I think just making mass marines or something is the best I can do.
Yeah.
I don't think I can go for a very complicated opening, like let's say
like
Hellions or something.
Yeah, something
If
like
I make
Cyclone Raven is probably a bad choice. I agree.
Yeah, if I make too many tech units, I feel like I lose too many of them.
Okay, I agree. So let's turn this decimation option on, and every 30 seconds you'll lose every 10th of your units, starting from something like 330. So it's not going to happen immediately. Your economy is not going to be affected during the first few minutes. But to defend our your opponent from the rushes, we are going to put a wall on this map. This is going to be horizontal for the first 4 minutes, and I'll explain this to your opponent. So there will be a wall on this map. And it is going to be destroyed at 4 minutes mark. This is like a no rush thing for you guys, because as the handicap is not working during the first 3 minutes, we are just making sure that the game doesn't end at this point. Yeah, so the guys ready? You're also ready. Please choose the red color so we have like more contrast. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's do this. This is the Chiron Junction map. I personally like it the most in the list of the newest maps, and like among all the additions to our ladder season. I think it might work okay in all the matchups. From the random player point of view, I'm curious about your thoughts on this map after you play it.
From the first looks of it, I think it's okay.
Yeah, so
Unless that wall looks funny.
yeah. This is a weird wall, but we're making sure that no unit, even with like a move speed handicap, can move through this wall, and also like no proxies are established. These planetaries, you can actually click on them and see what's their range, weapon, and so on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I was wondering if I built a barracks and just flew it over.
no way. No way. This is also a good thing against Zerg Overlords, right? Because they are not able to pass this wall.
Yeah.
So you guys are playing blindly during the first 4 minutes. So as you can see, the decimation timer is in the top right corner. Should be there for you. So when the time comes, the first portion of your unit will be killed, and you will actually see the list. Each time your units are killed, you will receive a message that, for example, SCV, SCV, and Marine are killed. So you always know who is suffering. Yeah, it's quite obvious that HeRoMaRinE is going CC first.
Wouldn't make any sense to go for a replay, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Are you going to execute something like Bomber was doing back in the days? Maybe 3 CCs?
I don't want to be too greedy. He might go for an all-in after the wall is down. So I don't think I want to gamble like that.
I agree.
I don't think he's gonna all-in, but I want to make it like a solid win. So I don't want to try to gamble and try to get a cheap win by going for some risky strategy.
Makes sense.
So I'm gonna try to play the the safest CC first into Marine drop that I can play.
Okay, okay. So for the Kronos, there is indeed an option to go into an all-in when the wall is over, because 4 minutes is basically enough to prepare a binding bust, for example. More than
Exactly.
enough. And of course, there are options like roaches, ravagers, stuff like that. So yeah, HeRoMaRinE is playing quite safe. Comparing to the famous bomber builds. This bunker, wow. Why is it placed exactly in this place?
So my Marine can shoot it from the high ground.
Okay. I mean, you are probably not able to surround the bunker with the SCVs, and also Ravagers, for example, might be able to move through and to harass your mineral line, but it seems like...
I don't think I'm afraid of...
Okay.
Oh, I forgot a depot. I'm afraid of Ravagers in this situation. I'm pretty much only gonna be afraid of Lingbane.
So the first couple of units killed were just the SCVs, right?
Yes.
Okay.
4 SCVs went down.
4 SCVs. Yeah, you have already a lot of units. Like, of course, it is better to play with cheaper units, but at the same time, the more units you have, the more units die. You know?
Oh, I guess I have to live with that.
Yeah, I think so too.
For now, I'm not gonna make that many Marines anymore. I'm gonna focus on production to prevent that. I feel like I have enough Marines to be safe for now. I'm gonna scan soon to see his economy. And then I can see what I can do. Or what I have to do.
Yeah, we can see another bunch of SCVs is down. For some reason, the random numbers generator is not caring about Marines.
So this looks very dangerous. I just put down bunkers since they don't die. And I'm gonna scout with my other stuff.
Yeah, we can see a lot of Zerglings here.
And I really don't understand why he has so many Bane or so many links / no drones. It's quite weird.
Basically, you're preparing for the bailing bust here.
Yeah, but I don't think it's coming. I think he just did macro properly.
Well, okay. You're playing against a low Master League player after all, like a tier 3 Masters. So.
Yeah, now he's droning.
Okay. Another bunch of units was killed. I haven't catched which ones. But 3 CCs are here. You know what's the worst? If your freshly thrown mule is killed.
Yeah.
So I feel maybe it's worth throwing mules after the bunch of units is dead. At least that would make...
It's hard. It's like
Oh, no.
every after every 30 seconds. So it's very hard. Doesn't really matter.
Okay, so HeRoMaRinE is moving. He has only
I need to do something.
one medevac remaining.
I don't think I can do anything here, but I'm just trying to kill as many drones as I can.
Yeah, the guy has a lot of lings. So his Banes are also doing okay here. It would be a shame if this medevac is dead, but not for now. So Kronos is deflecting this drop, I would say, quite okay. HeRoMaRinE has already 3 orbitals, and he's building the 4th CC, which is a good choice because you need a lot of economy to replace all those dead SCVs by the decimation handicap. I mean, probably the only way for this medevac to die is the handicap itself for now.
Yeah.
I can't see Zerg killing this medevac. What do you think about your position in game?
I think this might be a very difficult game again. It's actually really hard here. What I'm trying to do is I want him to be distracted by my medevacs, and then I get out a lot of command centers to have good economy and good reproduction. I don't think I can get a lot of marines/barracks out right now. Don't have the money for that, but as soon as I have enough orbital commands, I think I can do it.
This is a good plan, actually. Yeah, I agree. This plan didn't came into my mind originally, but now as I can...
Yeah, it's quite risky. If he attacks me, I think I'm in huge trouble. But now I have enough workers to take the third.
Yeah, you're macroing this quite okay. Like 2-2 was delayed a lot, but I assume it was your choice to delay 2-2.
I just didn't have any money, and I thought medevacs would be better here. I needed some of them. So now I'm gonna try to attack, and at the same time I have to reproduce a lot so I don't die to a counterattack. Now I have to do damage because I take the third.
Yeah, guys. So every 30 seconds, units of HeRoMaRinE die. Every 10th unit of HeRoMaRinE dies, basically. There are a lot of Zerglings and Banelings here, and yeah, on
go
creep.
back here.
On creep, there is no way for these Marines. I think it's dangerous. It's dangerous to go back like this. Don't you think so?
I have to take some risk though. Otherwise, I don't win this.
So the counterattack is deflected, but there was damage done for sure.
I survived. That's good.
Yeah.
I only wanted to survive pretty much. Now I can macro up here.
6 SCVs are being built at the same time. And the economy of HeRoMaRinE is quite healthy, I would say. 50 SCVs. Sounds good. What do you think about the plans of your opponent?
It's just gonna play standard into ultras or whatever. Mutas maybe. Yeah.
Don't you think there's either like anything special he might be able to do because of this handicap?
I don't think so. I think time has passed for that. I think there's just gonna be a standard game now.
Okay, so theoretically 4 mineral lines are established for HeRoMaRinE, but in reality a lot of SCVs are dying, and only now the gases of natural are saturated. Or will be saturated, actually. 2-2 is complete for HeRoMaRinE, for the Zerg player as well. Kronos is able to defend properly from all those drops. The Zerg player doesn't have a lot of creep, even though HeRoMaRinE wasn't necessarily that active in preventing the creep spread, but I mean, the difference in level is quite obvious, so the skill gap is here. Okay, I've seen Marines.
My medevac.
I've seen Marines who died exactly in the medevac, but I haven't seen the full medevac.
Also, my medevac died.
Oh, yeah, that's too bad. What is good though, a lot of these Banes went down without doing any damage, but yeah.
I don't think he should be attacking, to be honest. This gives me a lot of opportunities to do counterattack damage.
I agree.
And he doesn't have to attack me. The only thing he has to do here is counterattack.
I agree.
Then again, I really don't have a lot because my units die every time. So like anything he does is probably a good idea.
Yeah, like when you have 40 Marines, each time 4 of them die, it's quite a pain, quite a headache, and even if medevac, I mean, especially if medevac is dying, then it's much worth, considering the fact that some of these medevacs might be full. Okay, so another decimation finished a few seconds ago. HeRoMaRinE was lucky enough to save the eBay, which was researching the +3 weapon. And there was no +3 armor in the production tab, so maybe just not enough money for that. Good reaction by a Zerg player. He saved all the drones, but he's losing the hatcher for sure. So there are drops here and there, and the supplies are almost even though we can see that the Zerg player just has some troubles in spending those resources. Good drops. Was the medevac on the north lost on a Sparkler or on the decimation handicap? What happened there?
Well, it's still going, it's on the bottom part of the map.
Okay.
It's flying away, he was chasing it. Okay, I think now I can go for an attack. I don't think he has a counterattack set up. I think I can catch these units in the bottom off guard.
Uh-huh. Exactly as HeRoMaRinE expected. The units were here. I mean, it was still maybe not the worst trade ever for the Zerg player.
Nah, it's hard to trade with a mines like that, for sure.
Okay, so HeRoMaRinE is good to go. 3-2 upgrades already, plus 3 armor has been researched. There are 5 bases in theory after this orbital lands. But of course...
Hope he doesn't have a counterattack. If he has a counterattack and just suicides the bases he has here, it's gonna be very annoying.
Now we'll see what the guy does.
There's a counterattack, kind of. So I gotta drop...
Okay, this is risky.
Nah, the countdown isn't there yet.
Yeah.
Cannot really load in, so I have to trade like this, but this is fine. Target the banelings. Kind of. Okay, now I have to take the risk. At the same time, I'm gonna try to attack here and then drop him in the natural.
Yeah.
And now I think the game slips out of hand for him.
Okay. Now the hatchery is probably dead and gone. The army is here though, so... We'll see what happens next. The Widow Mine is not being borrowed, but that doesn't matter at all because banelings are going to kill it anyway. Another hatch is blown away by these marines. Yeah, that's full power of HeRoMaRinE being here. Poor Kronos is facing 7k MMR turn in his full power. Another group of marines. Zerg still has plenty of money, but not a lot of larvae to spread it, so that's his main issue right now. GG by Kronos, even though he still has 2k, he's not able to do anything. Congrats, Gabriel, it was a quite deserved win, I would say.
Yeah, it was very difficult too, though. If, like you said, he had spent the money, then there's no way I could have won that game. So it only played slightly better. I think I have a much harder chance to win. So let's say he was, let's say 300 MMR higher, then it would already make a significant difference.
Well, this means that we've planned this well, I guess.
Yeah, it was very close. It could have been a little closer in the end, but in general, I wasn't sure if I was gonna win the game.
Great, great. Okay, guys, we're moving to the next handicap, and this will be an Archon again. So Nerazim and Burning will be your opponents, HeRoMaRinE, and they want you to play Terran, even though I've originally planned you to play Protoss, but we'll move your Protoss match to another map, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're just waiting for the map pick from Nerazim and Burning, and I guess 80% should be enough. I don't think 90 is fair, considering the fact that you're playing Terran. What do you think?
It's hard to say. What race are they gonna play? Protoss?
Yeah, Protoss. Nerazim's race. Burning is a Terran player, actually. He's like 57, maybe? 100 MMR. Okay, so Nerazim wants a green map from the early Legacy of the Void. I assume it was a 4 players map, and I'll probably be able to find it soon. Ah, no, he wants Ascension to Ire. What?
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't make any sense, but let's do this. So you're thinking about 90% against 80?
Yeah, I mean against the Grandmaster Protoss with a little bit of a like turn help, with like
I mean,
microing an Oracle or something.
It's 1 KMR difference. I don't know, man.
80% is a lot though.
Chat, what do you think? The guys in chat, please let us know. What do you think is more fair? 90% or 80%? Don't cheer for Nerazim, he's okay. He just wants to get some experience together with Burning, so... Let's just think about what makes more fun. For me, I don't know, 1 KMR is a lot. I'm able to evaluate what 10 or 20% handicap means. I'm not able to really evaluate what Arcane mode means here. Is it helping that much? Because Nerazim and Burning is not like an established pair. It's not like they've been playing in Arcane mode for ages.
We can try. Let's try 80%, and then for the next time we know better.
Okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
I think it's gonna be very hard, but yeah, let's try it.
Okay, let's ask if Burning is ready. What's the current MMR of Burning? So he's a Terran. Yeah, 5600 MMR. I know CS scene quite well. That's good. That's good.
I think it's gonna be insanely difficult. Technically, I'm not sure if I can win, yeah. But we will see.
Okay. Okay, let's see. I mean, 90% acts the same as 80% for Adepts, for example. Adepts against
and Oracles.
Marines. Yeah, and Oracles against Marines. So I actually don't see that much of a difference. Like between 100% and 90%, yes, there is a difference. But between 90 and 80, is it that much of a difference? I don't know.
I was more thinking about later. I don't think early game is going to be a problem necessarily, but later with my bio.
I mean, yes, something like Storms and Colossi. Yeah,
Exactly.
at that stage of the game, something like one-shotting Liberators with Stalkers or Medivacs with Stalkers, maybe. We'll see how it goes. I think it's still quite interesting because again, Nerazim is 6k. His ally is a bit weaker, and he's not a Protoss player after all, so Burning's Protoss is, well, 5k at most, I would say. So they're not an established Archon. For example, Exostriker, the guy who has beaten you in Archon mode earlier, he has a lot of experience in Archon mode, and he has in fact already competed in Unfair StarCraft in exactly the same setup. So he's a super experienced Archon player, while Burning, I don't know, I think maybe it's like the first or the second time ever he plays this mode. And Nerazim, yeah, he has already played too, but not with these allies, so we'll see.
So that's already the first difficulty, because I'm not on 90%, my SCV doesn't do well against the probe. I have to take 2 SCVs to take care of the probe normally. But luckily they didn't scout very quickly, so it wasn't that annoying.
Yeah, I didn't feel that it was an issue
So
here.
far it's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
Technically it should have been.
You see, that's the skill gap.
I think even if he played alone, like in Grandmaster Protoss should be able to be annoying with the probe.
Yeah, maybe that's just Burning controlling this probe, and as he is not a Protoss player.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that already helps you. Okay, so Nerazim and Burning, they have just scouted. They have seen that HeRoMaRiNE's plan is quite standard. Nothing of those proxy meta shenanigans. And actually,
So
yeah.
in this game, I don't scout, I don't build a Reaper. I think I have to take a risk 100%. If I don't take the risk that they're gonna play, like let's say maybe adapt pressure, but that's it. Then I think I can't win. So if I worker scouted here, that would already put me behind because I've lost mining time. Let's don't scout and try to play a little risky.
Yeah, this is understandable. What I actually wanted to ask is, what do you think about the proxy meta? Because I feel that literally every turn in the world has adopted to the proxy meta and used it widely, except maybe you.
I use it very often against European Protosses. I didn't do it against Koreans because against Koreans the problem is they practice against people like Maru, TY and whatever on ladder, so they have a lot of practice against proxy because it was so meta in Korea. So I thought my proxy wouldn't be as good because I don't get to practice against the best. So like my proxy is much weaker than someone's like Maru, and Maru plays a lot against, let's say, or someone.
Okay.
So I was scared to do that against Koreans because of that, since they have so much practice against it and it's so meta.
So your decision in terms of WCS builds was basically to play what you're able to practice almost perfectly, and what Korean Protosses are maybe facing.
What I particularly thought is that they probably gonna think I'm gonna proxy and then I don't, which worked against SOS, but then I didn't do well in the follow-up of the game.
Okay. So you have scanned and you see that the build is pretty standard. Twilight into Robo.
I don't think it's DT, so it shouldn't be. I'm gonna try to get the adapt, because even if it's an arc and they don't pay attention, maybe? It's gonna get away, but at least some HP is lost.
Yeah. 2 hit points lost for sure.
So now I'm gonna pretend like I'm confident. Oh, what? There is actually a pylon. So this might be DTs after all. Oh yeah, nice. I got 2'd up.
Yeah, exactly, and you also got a Stalker, but you're losing a Cyclone here, so maybe...
It's going blink pressure, that's completely fine to me. This is actually the best thing that could have happened, maybe. Depends on whether they defend against this Banshee properly or not.
Well, there's a shield battery in the natural expansion, so...
Yeah, that's very annoying.
The Banshee is not going to kill a lot. And now the guys have an observer, so this Banshee is not going to survive.
This is fine for now, I think.
Yeah, because you have.
I don't know why they're not. I don't know why they're not pressuring me. That seems kind of odd.
Maybe some sort of miscommunication happened in terms of what to do with the Stalkers. They're here now.
Ah, there you go. Finally.
Well, the guys have lost a lot of HP, so...
Yeah, I saw that.
Even though the Widowmine was killed, I'm not sure if it's worth it.
Widowmine's useless anyways. In this situation.
What do you expect as a transition? Don't you think that, for example, Disruptors might be a good option, because the guys are in Arcane mode?
Always a good option. I don't think they should tech up though. I think tacking up is worse for them. If they just stick on gateway units and a lot of counterattacks and stuff, it's gonna be much better for them, I feel like.
No.
I don't really care about Stimpack, it doesn't matter. I don't want to attack, so yeah, doesn't matter.
Okay. We can say Banshee squad preparing.
Somehow I need to take the base now, which isn't gonna be very easy.
Who knows?
Yeah, because of that.
Yeah, the Stalkers are here, but I'm actually thinking that they might recall, because these Banshees are doing a lot of damage. We'll see though. The trap is set, but the HP handicap is really working right here with these Marines. Really good Stalker control, but blinking...
That's great for me, I think.
Yeah, blinking on the low ground was very bad for Protoss players, and these Banshees, gosh, 10 kills for one, 7 kills for another. So yeah, a lot of probes were killed here.
Shit, BTs. Don't have turrets.
Yeah, Banshee was lucky enough to scout this Dark Shrine before all DTs destroyed HeRoMaRiNE's mineral lines. Yeah, so basically now Nerazim and Burning, they have lost a lot of probes, but as HeRoMaRiNE,
I feel like they are miscommunicating a lot. I feel like if the boss was playing against me alone, he would have done a better job, to be honest. So far, at least. I guess the macro wasn't that bad in the background, but so far I don't feel very stressed.
yeah,
It doesn't feel too difficult so far.
yeah, I don't think there is a lot of multitasking involved into this game for now. Okay, so now as Steampack and 1-1 and Shields are ready, HeRoMaRiNE is moving out.
I have to do something, because I'm pretty sure he took the 4th base.
And I think it's in the
On
north.
top. Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna have to see if it's there really. And I also attack, since I want to attack before ODTs. Before I have to deal with splash damage.
Oh,
So I
this
feel
was
like
a
this
bad
timing-
warping by Nerazim or Burning, I'm not sure. And right before Tutu finishes, the Protoss is attacking.
Oh really? Oh my god.
This is wrong.
It's
This
really
is,
good.
This is absolutely the worst way of
Okay, I have to
attacking here.
take care of the Nexus now. If I don't kill this Nexus, I don't care about the probes, but I gotta take care of that Nexus.
Yeah,
And now
agree.
that I got the Nexus, I can go back. I can wait for 2-2. And I don't think they're gonna have a lot of tech. So my next push is just gonna kill them. That's how it should go.
Yeah, the DT harassment for somehow this turret's vision was enough. Like almost half the screen away from the turret. Okay, so HeRoMaRiNE's plan is quite obvious. Nerazim, I think, could have handled this attack much better because like 10 seconds away were his 2-2 upgrades, and
Yeah, I feel like they should have won this battle, and
yeah.
I don't think they should have won the game necessarily afterwards, but they should have been in a good position now. But instead, I don't think, like, this works out perfectly for me. I don't think they can defend against this at all.
Okay, so they're spreading their forces and attacking from the two sides, but
I
this
see
is not
that, but
working.
he has to go past my Widow Mines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was not the best trade in the world. GG! Weirdly enough, one of the easiest games for Gabriel here.
Yeah, I really didn't expect that to go this way. I think it was a lot of timing in this game. Like, the timing was just perfect before 2-2. I wasn't anticipating that. The best thing I guess you can do against a quick upgrade and gateway heavy style against Protoss is to just sit back and do nothing, since they don't have any splash and they want you to attack. But the fact that they didn't have 2-2 in time was, yeah, saving me the game there.
Okay, cool. We have the next handicap, the next challenge on the map of your choice. What is your favorite map in StarCraft 2?
Overall,
Yes.
I don't know. I liked early Legacy of the Void maps like Dusk Towers or Orbital Shipyard, one of them.
Orbital Shipyard, yeah, I remember this. We can go there. I mean, Dusk Towers is used quite often in our shows, so maybe it's better to go Orbital Shipyard, and we are hosting this map right now. So what's going to happen here? You're going to play in darkness, which means that the vision provided by all sources will be quite limited. and we will also play as Protoss, so you don't have scans, for example, to deal with this issue. Basically, again, it would be much easier to explain if you played co-op, because there is a handicap called exactly darkness there, and it functions almost the same. Basically, you'll just have to maybe spread your forces wide enough, so for example your colossi have vision to shoot, because for example zealots are able to provide colossi with this vision. You will also have like the brood war like minimap, so you don't originally know where like all the locations and
bases and stuff
yeah,
are.
that's why I've asked for your favorite map, so you just know what happens in general, you just know where the bases are. Yeah, so you're playing Protoss, and let's get a Zerg for you, I think. I think that we've already seen the TVP enough. I'm not a big fan of PvP mirror here. So let's get a Zerg, maybe a diamond player who will have a good handicap here. 3600 MMR, is that enough? I feel that no, we need a bit more. We need a bit more for this. So what happens for your opponent? He will have a map hack and also gold minerals. So he just mines more than you and he sees more than you. But he's like 3k MMR lower than you. That's how it works here. Any particular plan for this PvZ?
I really don't know yet.
You have time to think? Just trying to choose the player. Okay, I think that's maybe.
So it affects all my units, or how does it work?
Yeah, just all of your units or all of your buildings will give you much less vision. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay, let's go with this Zerg player. And let's set all the handicaps in the lobby. So the score is 4-3 in favor of HeRoMaRinE. The opponent gets the gold minerals. He gets also the, let me find it, fog of war removal. Yes. So no fog of war for malignant player. Gold rush for him and darkness for HeRoMaRinE. Cool.
Let's go.
Yeah. I'll just make sure that the opponent is aware of what's going on.
Actually, do we put handicap again?
We'll think about it in a moment. Yeah, so let's think about this. You're a Protoss. You told me that the Protoss is your weakest of race. Your opponent has, like the least practiced of race.
Yeah, that's for sure. That
Okay.
It used to be my best every time.
Okay. Then your opponent has map hack and 40% resources more than you on average. And the difference in MMR is like 3k. Okay, I feel that maybe something like 80% would be fair again.
Okay. I don't know how much would be fair in this case, because I don't know about the vision thing, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see how it works. It doesn't necessarily affect you that much, but it highly depends actually on the composition you choose, I feel, and on the style your opponent chooses. Because, for example, it's hard to place force fields, to put correct force fields when, for example, you're being attacked by the units you don't see, right?
Yeah, I can see it now, yeah.
Yeah, so, guys, this is what HeRoMaRinE sees now. The minimap is completely black, and the vision provided by the Nexus or the probe is extremely limited. It's like maybe 3 or 4 range, I would say. I guess it should be 4. Yeah, it's a bit more than a gateway, which is 3. how to say this? Yeah, it's just the gateway width and height is exactly 3. And for the opponent, the Zerg player, we can see gold minerals on some of his bases, like the closest ones, which HeRoMaRinE is not able to take at all. Of course, Orbital Shipyard features gold minerals in the center of the map, and this thing is not changing. But otherwise, yeah. Again, the score is 4-3 in favor of HeRoMaRinE, and this is the second last challenge for today. Only free-for-all remaining, and you guys from the lower leagues might be able to jump into that free-for-all. Make sure to stay here and to join the channel Mouths, channel of the team which HeRoMaRinE is representing, or has been representing for the last 7 years, even more than that. Do you actually expect yourself to remain a one-club man till the end of your StarCraft career?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure about that.
Cool, cool. It's like a lifetime contract with mousesports.
Yeah, I mean, they don't really have StarCraft anymore. They don't really support the game, I say, anymore. Like any other team, there are very few teams left. But they support me as a player since I've been representing them forever. And because I'm German, because my hometown was small, I've been there forever. So they got rid of like everyone besides me because of that.
Yeah, actually mousesports has some history with CS players, but I'm not going to talk about this because this will actually be the question for our viewers. The question which might, like knowing the answer might allow them to join the last game, so we'll talk about mousesports later for sure. Please share, Gabriel, what have you scouted, what are your thoughts about what your opponent is doing?
I saw that he was playing standard for now, but because he has gold minerals, I feel like going Oracle first here, so I have something against the Baneling boss. I also feel like making a shield battery just in case there's something else coming here.
Okay. Actually, when Protoss players are scared of Baneling boss, they often invest into Stalkers, or at least in one Stalker instead of mass edits, because Stalker takes
that's right,
less damage from the Banelings. And it's literally impossible to break the wall with Stalker and shield battery. You better shoot Gateway or even Cyber Core than that Stalker.
Yeah, I can see that. In this case I do it mostly because I don't think my opponent is on the same level. She isn't, obviously. So his Baneling boss is gonna be weaker. And I don't want to take the biggest commitment. So because of that I decided to do it like this.
Yeah, so you've killed a lot of workers.
So now I'm... Actually I have to put them away. Now I'm actually a little scared, so I put down the gateway here for now.
Makes sense. And you remember that he has map hacks, so he knows everything about what you're doing.
Yeah, I know that.
I think
actually,
that Gabriel has missed something.
Shit.
Yeah, because his vision is not enough. That's actually a super clever plan by Malignant.
Yeah.
He knows that vision for HeRoMaRinE is limited, and he knows that putting Nidus is a good idea because his opponent is just not able to see the Nidus. And the Robo was unpowered, so... Or, no, you were in supply block. Yeah, that was an issue. Yeah, so Immortal is not going to appear here anytime soon, and... have some batteries, you may warp in some Stalkers, maybe that helps.
I think I can maybe hold on here.
We'll see.
He doesn't control this very well.
Sure, his roaches are killing the Nexus, so...
I have to go away with my stuff though.
So the Oracle survives with 7 kills in total, and it helps a lot. He still has some energy to burn before it gets not that useful.
Yeah, I think I held on.
Yeah,
He was actually looking really good. I wasn't expecting that. Luckily he mismanaged that and didn't get the Nexus. Otherwise, this would have worked out.
Yeah, but still HeRoMaRinE has not enough vision for now, and Nidus can appear anywhere. And also you have a lot of creep on your main. Even though...
Yeah, I gotta get rid of that soon.
Yeah.
For now it's fine.
Yeah, you don't have Robber for now, so...
I think he's just playing with me now. So I don't think he's committing to any Nidus. I think he's transitioning. Oh, he actually was transitioning very late. I already have charge, which is good. So my zealots are not useless. And I think in this game, zealots, like melee units in general, are the best unit I can build.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. So now HeRoMaRinE stabilized on 2 bases. His opponent is still getting a lot of value from the fact that he has gold bases. And there is another Nidus. But it's not where the Stalkers are. Yeah, it's hard to find the Nidus with the limited vision, but... yeah. Gabriel is going to destroy his own wall. Have more maneuver.
Oh.
And now you might be able to micro against those roaches. Templars are without storms, so I'm not sure. Oh, okay, feedbacks.
It's good, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. Remember that the Zerg player has a map hug, so he doesn't necessarily need to have vision on a high ground to be able to shoot the wall from the low ground. Yeah, you definitely need those Archons to keep fighting. You see that the stasis worked okay, didn't do wonders, but Zerg is retreating for now. HeRoMaRinE finally has an observer to get rid of those tumors being placed everywhere. And another Nidus! Where is this one? We already know, and HeRoMaRinE knows too. But the Zerg player has probably forgotten about it, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think I got this game now under complete control.
Okay, we'll see. The game is still looks weird, I would say. Not necessarily that favored to you, especially considering the fact that there's a hit point handicap still. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, what I'm scared about when I'm looking at your army, you don't have any high DPS units. Yeah, there are 2 Archons there, but without mass DPS like Colossi, Disruptor, Storm, it will be much harder. Yeah, so new Templars are warping in. HeRoMaRinE is trying to take the 3rd base. Aren't you afraid of the next wave of Niduses?
For now I'm not.
Okay. Well, makes sense that Zerg has to transition at some point, right? So, I mean...
It's running out of minerals like I am.
Yeah. But another Nidus is here, as we can hear, and yes. It is on the main base. A lot of roaches, queens, and even hydras are here, but the storms are good. The storms on hydras exactly, but yeah, it is enough. Zerg is retreating again. He has a lot of money in the back. I mean, it's really hard to spend money when you're mining from the gold bases and you barely have any injects. So, yeah. We can see the issue for the Zerg player. He could have much more supply than HeRoMaRinE right now, but he struggles. He's trying to spend the money though, and he's working on his gas income too. And yeah, his army looks actually good. He has some upgrades. His hydras are upgraded properly now. What's your plan here, HeRoMaRinE? Are you going to stay at home, or is it
For now, I'm gonna stay at home.
Okay.
I think I have too little supply to do anything aggressive here.
Mm-hmm. The second forge, is it for armor or for shields?
Shields. For armor, sorry.
Okay. I mean, Protoss players are still probably not sure about the shield upgrades. Are they cost efficient enough? But if there are many Archons, then investing into shields is not a mistake after all. Okay, so HeRoMaRinE chooses an armor upgrade. We can see that many macro headshots are being added, and this is a good choice. Because as a Zerg player you indeed need to spend minerals properly. The income graph looks cool. Looks interesting. Looks promising for this game, I would say. And HeRoMaRinE is going to move to the 4th base, because main mineral line as well as the natural expansion are going to be dried out soon. HeRoMaRinE is doing some scouting. Your minimap looks really funny, I would say.
Yeah.
Really funny.
I thought the same.
This reminds me like a weird hand with maybe 3 fingers on the top, like a big finger in the top right, and something extremely weird in the bottom right. Okay, so HeRoMaRinE even finds another base of the Zerg player. There are 5 bases on the map. Even though...
It's time to attack, I think.
Okay. We'll see how it works. The Zerg has built some Zerglings without a move speed upgrade. Feels bad. And he pretty much ignores what happens on the 5th base and even on the 4th. How did Immortal get there?
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't know, I haven't catched this either. And now we can see that this is a base trade. What's going on? Are you going to recall anytime soon?
I have a ramp, so I don't think you can base trade.
I think so.
I can just recall to my natural, and then you can never do anything. Oh, I need observers, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, there are a lot of lurkers here. That's for sure. I mean, Zerg army is scary, don't you think so? There are a lot of lurkers there.
Probably.
We'll see how it goes though. Storms are good. Yeah, no, they're really good. It's hard for the Zerg player to properly spread units. And yeah, storms are killing this army. This was close, but this is also your victory. GG!
If he hadn't taken that drone damage against the first Oracle, I think he would have won.
Yeah, there were a lot of misplays, and fixing those could immediately grant a win for the Zerg player. So, for example, when he was executing an Idus, those roaches, yeah, like, he could win right there, I feel. Okay, this was a cool game, and HeRoMaRinE has already cemented his win today because the score is 5-3. But there is a still last challenge remaining, which is a free-for-all as a Zerg. you know, we used to play a lot of free-for-alls in Russian community, and Zerg is clearly underperforming in those free-for-alls. Like, the best strategies are, of course, mass air for the Protoss players. Also, sometimes just Marine tank works okay for Terrans. And combining with Ravens also makes wonders in free-for-all. But this still is not enough when we're coming to Zerg players. Zergs are sometimes able to survive till a lot of Broodlords, Corruptors and Vipers, but you still need to control them properly. Sometimes it's also worth to build swarm hosts, but other than that, Zergs seem to be much weaker in a free-for-all format. What do you think about this?
I think I can think of a strategy that can work for free-for-all. Like Zerg is the race that goes mass banings or whatever and doesn't really have good late game, but it actually has. You just have to get there.
Okay, we'll see if it works for you, and we are inviting you to the last map of today. This is a special type of free-for-all. This is a free-for-all mode invented by one of our players and active community members, King Cobra. And basically what's going to happen here, there is a 10 minutes, let's say, preparation time. After those 10 minutes pass, you need to take control of the central zone, which will be directly shown on the map. And you need to be the only player staying there in the zone for 60 seconds in a row. So basically it's like King of the Hill. There is a hill on the map right in the center, and you need to control it for the for the 60 seconds in a row. That's how it works.
Okay, yeah, that makes it harder for late game. Much harder for Zerg, now I understand.
Okay,
it's hard
guys.
to control the map versus Zerg if you can't build buildings there.
Well, you can technically build buildings there, but you need to creep spread right at the center of the map, so it's up to you, man. Now I'm switching to Russian to explain the guys what's going to happen next. Друзья, собственно, сейчас у вас будет возможность попасть в игру на карту Бездна и сыграть против HeRoMaRiNE. Что непосредственно будет происходить здесь? Для того, чтобы попасть в игру, вам нужно будет ответить на мой вопрос и написать ответ на вопрос именно в чате Mouse. В команде Mouse Sports, за которой играет HeRoMaRiNE, в свое время играли сразу два представителя СНГ сцены. Напишите прямо сейчас в чат, кто именно играл за команду Mouse Sports из наших игроков, из игроков из Украины и России во втором StarCraft'е. Я жду ваш ответ. И первый, кто дает правильный ответ, получает инвайт. Я пока открываю как раз. Так, хорошо, многие из вас явно понимают. Открываем. Ну, вроде бы у нас достаточно уже. Yeah, so I was just asking our viewers about the players from CIS scene who have already played in Mouse Sports team. Gabriel, do you know the players who were representing Mouse, players from Ukraine or Russia?
For what game? For Counter-Strike?
For StarCraft 2.
For StarCraft 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, that... Should I say some or?
Yeah, because we already have plenty of correct
like
responses.
Hydra, Strelok.
Yes, exactly.
For example.
These two, yes. Only them, actually.
Only them?
Okay. Yeah. So we're inviting the players who have replied correctly. And they were the first ones to give those correct responses.
Yeah, I see it in chat now.
Yeah. There were plenty of people, but the first ones are invited. And this, guys, is the last game for today. So feel free to jump out of the Battle.net channel and to focus on the stream. If you haven't been in this free-for-all, and I need to change my interface to the default because otherwise I'm not going to be able to observe this game properly. Cool, cool. We have the full setup. So, as you can clearly see, there are a lot of players in different levels here, and there are no additional handicaps on you, except of the fact that there might be any diplomacy involved into this free-for-all from maybe you, maybe other players. You are free to do whatever you want, they are too. And just for you to understand, there is a 20% bounty for kills in this free-for-all. What does it mean? Whenever you kill, for example, an SCV of your opponent, you get 10 minerals bonus for this. So this helps us in motivating players to not sit at home, but to attack each other in the first 10 minutes. That's how it's going to work.
That sounds like a lot of fun, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So, I'll explain all the details to the members of this lobby. So it's 20% bounty. And there will be vision on what's going on in the center of the map. So everybody knows who is controlling. 10 minutes of preparations. And diplomacy. Good luck, have fun everyone. We're good to go. And HeRoMaRinE is about to show us what does it mean to play as a Zerg player in free-for-all, full of diplomacy and random events and so on. So we actually plan each event to have like 4 handicaps which are much tougher to beat from the pro gamer's perspective, and 4 handicaps which are maybe okay to beat. So we always plan it in a way that the score before the last game should be around 4-4. It was planned not ideally today, but the score is close to 4-4, and it's still we still had a lot of close and fun games, but the last handicap, the last game, is the one which we haven't tested at all, for sure. We are not sure about what's going to happen here, and it might be a super easy win for HeRoMaRinE. It might be a completely another game where, for example, 4 players agree to attack HeRoMaRinE at the same time and he's dead. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Do you plan to use any diplomacy here, or are you confident?
No, I want to win alone.
Okay. HeRoMaRinE is confident. You're situated nearby the Protoss player. As you
2
can
Protosses.
clearly see. Yes, 2 Protoss players.
There are a lot of Protosses in this game. Right?
A lot
Or
of
maybe.
alliances are being built. Okay. Okay.
I think I'm gonna try to play very aggressive, but not all in.
Uh-huh.
If you play aggressive, like heavy pressure, but you don't all in, you can do like really well, I think. Because if you get attacked, you already have a lot of units. Because you wanted to attack originally.
I mean, that makes sense, but the issue here is, for example, you move to the Mars player, the guy to the right, and you're being attacked by, I don't know, let's say Void Rays from the left, so...
This map is good for scouting though, and I'm gonna be very aggressive from the start.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm gonna go like ZVZ kind of opening. Actually, I can't make a third base on this
Yeah.
map as a Zerg, so I have to be aggressive anyways. and it's gonna be very, very quickly. So I think the first one that I'm gonna try to pressure is the player on the left side of me.
Yeah, because he's expanding, right?
Exactly. He seems like a threat. And he seems maybe vulnerable, actually.
Well, he has 2 adepts and a battery and the natural. And he's ready to block a wall. We'll see.
Actually, it doesn't seem that vulnerable in the end. So at least he isn't. So I'm gonna wait for someone to do something against me. And if they don't, then I'm gonna...
Wow, this is already happening, so... Mars, the guy on the right.
Oh.
Yeah, something's going on here. It's okay, it's free for all. Ulas has some troubles. Maybe 1 opponent less. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe Ulas. Yeah.
Maybe that's part of the alliance. Okay, this player that is attacking me doesn't know about the timing of link speed, so he will lose the adapter. Actually, lost an overlord.
Yeah, HeRoMaRinE is supply blocked, but additional minerals and gas granted from killing those adepts. Okay, what's next?
No, I don't care about you.
Okay, and where is Ulas? Okay, I see where Ulas was. HeRoMaRinE doesn't know where is the opponent who's already left the game. Let's see if anybody is going to be extremely aggressive. I actually can't see anybody being that aggressive right now. So HeRoMaRinE is denying the second expansion of his opponent, but it seems okay for Mars. Mars has
I think
5 kills. Yeah.
My here is to kill one opponent because I think he is weak. He seems to be not that good as the... Like, I think the left player for me, the teal player, is better. I feel like failing busting him.
I mean, it's not working at all because there were 2 centuries already
I wasn't
placed.
expecting that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the problem I have now, since this didn't do anything, but I need a 3rd base because I'm Zerg. I'm in huge trouble now.
Okay, so you're trying to approach another direction, as I see. And this...
I have to deny some economy here. That's why I'm going here.
And it works, actually, and you have a lot of bonus minerals for that. And you're the first one, like the highest earner in terms of bounty, because you have...
Yeah, that was very good.
more than 200 bonus minerals of these. Some diplomacy is going on.
Getting... Oh no.
And there are 2 adepts and also 2 oracles flying on the main base. There is a queen and a spore there though, but adepts are doing really well here. HeRoMaRinE has lost a lot of economy.
A lot of Protoss seem to go air. I feel like going...
You mean Protoss on the right or both Protoss?
Both.
Okay. I mean, again, air Protoss is the strongest strategy in a free-for-all. I'm pretty sure about that. Because you could be quite cost-effective in the beginning of the game.
Oh no.
And especially later. So the preparation timer is going to be completed soon. It's 3
Yeah,
minutes
I'm really not happy about my start here. I was hoping...
I mean, the guys are already getting Void Rays and other valuable units, so... Yeah, you definitely need to tech up. You're going Hydras and Banes, right? So the standard mid-game composition.
I tried to go mass Hydras, I think. I'm limited on 2 bases.
Okay,
Maybe I can get some damage then.
Okay, we'll see if it works. We have already seen another Zerg building Hydra Slings and Banes.
That was okay.
I mean, it's just quite cool that there are exactly 2 Zergs on the map and both of them are basically getting the same army composition. Now we can actually see some conflicts on the map here and there, and for example, Light is going to apply some pressure on HeRoMaRinE right now. There's a lot of adepts, and even one Void Ray, one Phoenix here. Hydras are in the front, maybe this is wrong, and Queens could be in the front, so... Adepts.
That was definitely not optimal.
Yeah. Too much bonus damage from the adepts.
I feel like attacking him now.
Okay, we'll see how it works. Because there is another player here!
I see, that's really bad for me, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because now the opponent that was getting attacked from somebody else attacked me.
Yeah.
It is really not what I wanted to happen.
Yes, basically Light is dead. And another Zerg player, Firefly, is getting his base. And his army is pretty strong, he has a lot of bounty because basically Light didn't have anything to really put up a good fight. So I would say that Firefly is probably even going to try to control the center of the map in 1 minute. We'll see though. So there are a lot of different players on the map. We can see that the guy on the right, Mars, he tried to attack HeRoMaRinE with Void Rays, but he didn't succeed because there are a lot of Hydras there. So he backed up. There's also another Protoss player here, looking for some damage. Maybe he goes to HeRoMaRinE, maybe he goes to Mars. Yeah, they stalkers.
This is bad. The other Zerg player got so much damage done. He has so much money.
Yeah. Firefly is... he is looking good. His supply is... maybe even the highest. Let's check. Yeah, Firefly is the owner of the highest supply in the game right now.
It was so fortunate for him that he attacked the opponent and was attacking me.
I mean, yeah,
and that I attacked earlier. It's really fortunate for him.
That's how free-for-all works, but it's still not the end of the day because, I mean, the same could happen to him right now if he, for example, is in the center of the map and then, like, a lot of things going on in his bases. What HeRoMaRinE is lacking right now is maybe upgrades, but +2 is going to be completed quite soon. I mean, the Protoss player Rome is currently taking control of the center of the map with just 1 probe. Would be funny.
That will not last. I just want to have some vision here. Oh, yes, so much.
Yeah, yes, carriers. Carriers have arrived.
It's really unfortunate too that the Zerg is so aggressive. It seems like he really wants to play against me.
I don't know. We'll see. So the Mars is defeated now, and we can see the parasitic bomb launched on those carriers, but Rom is reacting perfectly. HeRoMaRinE is maybe going to engage another Protoss player who has defeated Mars, and he's recalling out, but it's only 17 seconds remaining. Oh my god, a lot of carriers and Hydras here in the center of the map. 10 seconds remaining. 10 seconds remaining for Rom, the Protoss player, and the HeRoMaRinE is engaging right now all those carriers and interceptors. And of course, Firefly is here to attack from another side, and Protoss player is also here, another guy. 5 seconds remaining. Who's going to somehow prevent? No, nobody is going. Everybody was too interested in fighting each other. Like,
I wanted to fight, but then the Zerg came and wanted to fight me. They probably, I mean, I hope they work together.
I mean, I don't think so, because, for example, Firefly, let's look from the Firefly's perspective. So, at some point, he wanted to fight against the Rom in the center of the map. I can actually share the screen with you right now, because if you have left the game, then
And I see
okay.
it on your stream. I have it open.
Yeah, so Firefly was trying to engage Rome at some point, but he had seen a lot of BCs and some Marines here. So he was like, no, I'm not going to engage both Protoss with carriers and Terran with BCs. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, so Firefly was retreating, and he came then to the north because he didn't want this guy with BCs to somehow work together with the Protoss player with carriers. Then Firefly basically started a fight against you, and you had to go back, and this all played into Rom's hands, because Terran was just passive for some reason, and I'm thinking maybe Terran and Protoss were together.
Yeah,
this is like the only thing which makes sense.
Yeah.
Because Firefly was on his own for sure. These
you
guys.
know, the issue, the main issue is that they are working apparently together, and if you take a look at the bottom right side of the map, they have 2 bases from the guy that disconnected.
Yeah, exactly. 2 of them.
That's yeah. I mean, you can't really do a lot against that.
Yeah. So this guy, he has already beaten the Mars, another Protoss who was around you. So basically, both of your neighbors were already defeated by different players, Firefly and Kim. But you're still the leader in terms of bounty, so they didn't have that much from it. And basically, the biggest issue for everybody were these carriers and shield batteries. And I'm not even sure if you 3 work together. Are you able to beat these 2? I don't think so. Like BCs, carriers, 6 bases?
The problem is you can't really fight without fighting against each other.
Yeah.
My units will always attack the other Zerg units or Protoss units.
Yeah, like these guys for sure. Big Jaw didn't even try. So yeah. Rom and Big Jaw, they had some diplomacy involved. And this helped them to make the score 5-4 in the end of the day. But still, HeRoMaRinE is the winner of today's Unfair StarCraft show. So before we say goodbye to each other, just general impressions about what happened here. Which matchup was maybe the hardest? Which was maybe the easiest? Share your thoughts.
I think that last match, maybe if the countdown of the person that is in the center resets every like after the minute didn't go. So let's say one player takes the tower and then he has to take it for for another minute, and if he doesn't do it, then it will get reset. I think that's better.
Okay.
That way the game may be longer, but this felt like really quick in the end. You couldn't really fight. Because the Protoss only had to take the map at like 11 minutes, and that's how he's gonna win the game. I think for that map that works better. If the countdown resets. I think the most fun were the one on Automaton, the map where I had slow units and my opponent quick units. I think that was a lot of fun. I think the creep map where I have to kill creeps in order to expand is a little too easy for me as a turn. For sure.
Yeah.
That's definitely way too easy. Since you can make a high ground CC and then just lift off the CC and then take another base. I think if you couldn't lift like command centers, that would be better. Maybe. Because then it's equal for every race and I couldn't recycle my command centers. And then the zombie map, I think the zombie map is fine too, actually. I think you can win on that map too if I played a little differently.
Yeah, the first iteration is probably the hardest with the handicaps like zombies, because you just need to get used to it, I guess.
I like the decimation one where my units went down. I think that was good too. That was a lot of fun as well.
Okay.
Yeah, in general it was a lot of fun. I think it was pretty even. The reason I won is probably because of that 80% game against the Grandmaster Protoss.
Yeah, that was basically
That was the game deciding game, I feel like.
yeah, like from our perspective, from our plan, that was the game you basically had to lose for the total score to be 4-4. But yeah, that was the game where the things went wrong in terms of our planning. So yeah, you're right that it was the deciding game. Cool. Thank you so much for taking part in the show. If you have any additional feedback, feel free to provide it. If you have anything to say for your Russian fans, we hope that there will be more of your Russian fans after this show. Feel free to do this. Feel free to promote your own stream or anything you would like.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, if there are some people that, like, I know Russians, like French and so on, they like to watch their local stream.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people speak English, but the ones that do or want to improve their English, I stream a lot as well, pretty much daily, and I provide English commentary on my letter games too. So yeah, if you want to check out that, it's just HeRoMaRinE, so twitch.tv/HeRoMaRinE. I stream daily around European afternoon time. You can learn Terran there. I play on like 6.7 to 6.9 KMMR in average, I would say, on stream. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, there were like 500 people on Twitch, so somebody definitely speaks English on a proper level. I mean, I think most of those people were still from the Russian community. So yeah, guys, feel free to join HeRoMaRiNE's stream. And thanks again, Gabriel, for joining us. Best of luck to you in your both stream and professional career activities. We'll see you on different tournaments, and we'll cheer for you. Thank you.
Thanks very much. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay, so this is it for today. Спасибо вам, друзья, всем, кто пришел на нашу трансляцию. На этом нечестный StarCraft 8 эпизод заканчивается. Думаю, что это было довольно забавно, довольно необычно. И обязательно оставляйте свои комментарии. Ну и, конечно, приходите на Twitch TV StarLadder.ru, где начнется трансляция квалификации в ESGO примерно через 50 минут. Всем спасибо, до новых встреч, всем пока и удачи, услышимся.